considers himself king of the tribe. Just kind of waves it off. Yeah.
This is a bugbear, right?
Yes.
So,
he'll be a tough opponent. He keeps all the best loot and all the best everything, so he probably has the best armor. He'd be hard to miss with the mohawk.
So, look at me real quick. You're not about to try and betray us and bring us to some sort of offer and tip off the boss and get us all screwed over, are you?
No, I don't think that would work.
Get your way back into your little posse.
Oh, I definitely don't want my way back in there. I mean, there's really nothing there. I've made far more money and explored, been way many more places than what they could have offered.
Do I feel like he's telling the truth?
Yeah.
More or less?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So you say that there's two options, but in both options we have to kill him.
Well, no matter what, we gotta kill all of them anyways, or those that run away. But we have a couple of things. We can either focus on, I can try to sneak ahead of you and try to find some of the traps, or set a trap, a counter trap that they're gonna have their camp protected. The last time I was there, they were building fortifications and such, so they're gonna have places to hide, and it's not like it's just tents thrown in the mud. The other thing I can do is I can attempt to possibly create a distraction further up the canyon that might lead more of them away. I don't know. The last time I was there, I counted only about eight or so goblins, but I really don't know how many they may have pulled out of the goblin caves of the woods, because it's kind of an ever-flowing. You know, goblins are always looking for more money to raise their status inside their tribes.
I reach into my bag and I pull out a hunting trap. It's a jagged sawtooth maw with a pressure plate on the center. I hand it over to him. I'm like, if you're gonna set a trap, here's some extra supplies.
Oh no, you're thinking way small, my orc half-orcish friend.
Well, some of them are goblins. They are small.
No, I know something way better.
Well, fine.
There's a chance, if based on the last place where I saw them building their fortifications, that there's a possibility that there's, especially with all this rain, that there's probably a very large boulder that could be rolled into their camp.
And I guess we're going to use Dum Dum over there to get that done.
Oh yes, absolutely. He can move whatever. I already told you he killed a dire bear with his just alone, so he can do whatever he wants. I don't normally argue with him.
So your basic premise is roll the boulder, and then whatever you don't kill, we clean up.
Yeah, pretty much. Or we just thin their numbers by leading them astray. When they come back and they find Zabrak dead and the place raided, there's no way they'll stay. They'll just flee into the woods. Especially if we kill both Zabrak and his whatever bodyguards are left there. I'm sure he probably has at least one other bugbear that's left. So we killed one yesterday. You killed one yesterday, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
We killed one. Yeah. Then that basically means there's only one other left of it. Zabrak and his right-hand man.
So does anyone here have experience with traps? Do you?
Oh yeah. There's been a few times where I would have been caught in one, so I definitely have the knowledge of making sure we don't get hurt.
Good.
Can't 100% guarantee, but I will do my best.
Well, I think
These traps are going to be sprung. They'll be laid there for probably weeks and well concealed. Without getting on close of them or knowing what you're looking for commonly, then there's a chance that you'll probably miss them.
Do you know the common themes?
Spike traps, pits, and such. Sometimes nets. They might spring up behind you in choke points and keep you from fleeing backwards. There might even be burrows where the goblins can then dip into and come back out and attack from different areas.
All things I could...
I haven't been there for months, so I can't be 100% sure, and they might have changed things. Zabrak's not a complete idiot, even for a bugbear.
Well, what would sound good for everybody? Because if anything, I can go with Finley and assist with the traps.
if she assists you with the traps ahead of us, do you think you'll have time for the traps and the distraction?
And she would just slow me down. She's not familiar.
It's fair. But they'll know the traps are getting set off.
No, they're
There's-
probably asleep right now.
So we could do both. In
Maybe.
theory.
If we count out the idea of them having scouts or people and others on the outsides on lookout, and they spot somebody. They are nighttime creatures, so we're going in their nighttime. The people that you fought yesterday were probably scouts. They might have even been hoping that they would come across a couple of wayward merchants and mug them for themselves without having to pay their tribute to Zabrak.
Well, what if because of what we did yesterday, taking care of their scouts, what if they're on a lot more higher alert?
Hence the idea that it's best if I go alone up front if we want to deal with the traps.
So it's either the traps.
Because not only can I pose as a goblin, and they wouldn't know the difference if I was stumbled upon, it's pretty hard to convince them that you're a goblin.
Fair point.
That's a good point.
Man, I kind
Height difference.
of like that fucking boulder idea. Like, I kind of like that a lot.
I must say, thin the herd sounds good to me.
And distracting them.
That's a large boulder, and the last place that they're camped is kind of like a downhill sloping area on the outsides, so it'll definitely roll in there and crush into them. It's hard dirt and gravel. There's not much loose mud or anything, so I know the boulder will roll right off and down into the camp.
What do you think, gentlemen?
I like the boulder idea too.
It's good with me.
Yeah.
And if we got faith in a boulder, that's fucking...
Yeah.
And-
that just means we just have to sneak through all the traps.
Yeah, and we'll just have to try and
Not die.
have Lumi treat them like they're blinkies and find them without getting us all killed.
Oh, well, if the traps caught something interesting, it might spark my attention, but I will definitely do my best to trap them.
Now you have at least a slight idea of what you're looking for.
Yes, that is true.
Well,
If we go the boulder way, are you still going to assist with setting up the traps, or...
No, I'll try to find all the ones that I can and disarm them. Because I'll be making my way up to the high ground. I'll try to get all the ones on the way there through the canyon that you'll need to take to encroach upon the camp. And then I'll try to get rid of some of the ones inside the camp's perimeter themselves.
Maybe leave a little hint of where the other ones might be when you go through?
I don't know if I'll have time to do all of that.
Fair.
So your path to the boulder is going to lead to the entrance where the traps are, yeah?
Yeah.
Leave us a trail so we can get there. And you can go whatever way you need once you mark the entrance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe we
Brog and I will make our way around up using the ridge up where we'll have to go up, and we will come down behind them.
Excellent.
Maybe we should agree on what that marker is going to be so we know what we're looking for ahead of time.
Sure.
Yeah, what do you
So I
got?
walk over to the fire and I kind of kick it a little bit and pull a piece of charcoal. Just
Yeah.
Make a mark.
Grabs it from you. Alright, I got it. You'll see. It'll be hard to miss.
Alright.
Everyone ready?
You have to give me about an hour and a half, an hour to 45, maybe 2 hours with a lead time to make it through everywhere. But you're gonna basically go straight down into the canyons and go left. You'll follow that for a while, and then you'll see that there's this large, almost rock with some branches thrown over it. And once you open that up, it leads to a small cave system, which travels for about a mile or so, and then opens up into another large gorge. And there is where they made their camp.
So down to the canyon, left, large rock with branches, about a mile, gorge, camp. Sounds good.
perfect.
Got the notes, got everything set. Everybody rested well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel a lot better.
Then Brog comes to me, he's like, if he says something goblin to Finley. He goes, yeah, I know. We're going right now. We got our plan. Alright, well, I'll see you guys in a couple of hours then. I'll roll the boulder, and then you can start your assault on the camp. It'll be hard to miss, believe me. Thing is large. It's huge.
This is going to make a fantastic story later.
I would
Oh,
like
yeah.
to remind
So
you
then
all.
Finley kind of picks up he goes over to the corner, starts sifting through his stuff, and he pulls out this really nasty looking, like, short sword with, like, all these nicks in it and dings, and it's interesting because it looks like it doesn't look like anything that a goblin would have or found per se, and
Like it's too nice?
Oh, it's a very nice blade. It's very nice, and most definitely not right off the bat not elven and not dwarven or made by human hands. There's definitely something interesting about this dark looking blade. And he just grabs the rest of his stuff, grabs some bolts and a couple of hand crossbows, and just leaves, and you can hear him slowly fade away as he's sprinting outwards with Brog.
I'd like to remind you all that it was your plan to work with this goblin. I still don't really trust him. He seems to be telling the truth, but then again, he's a fucking goblin.
Give my purse back.
Apparently, Lumi's best friends with the guy.
Hey, we stick together in these kind of things. He stuck with his deal. He even gave him his purse back, so.
For right now.
Just gotta keep that extra eye on him. But other than that, he will stay true to his words.
I prefer working with people I can trust. People that you know will follow through when you need them. Not bail or, better yet, turn on you because it suits them.
Hey, happens to all of us.
But,
Yeah, it does, especially when you do it willingly.
so, we're going to be going in, avoiding traps, watching a giant boulder crush a cave-dwelling gobbo bugbear village,
Yeah, I like that.
then going in and cleaning everything up. Is that the plan then?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Pretty
Yo.
much go after the right-hand man and go after...
Go after the
Lumi.
bugbears.
Yeah.
I don't know how familiar you are with combat tactics, but seemed to have a real rough time in that last fight.
Yeah, I kind of jumped the gun there.
Uh,
I'll be sure to keep my distance and...
yeah, choose your moment. That's how
And
I'd word it.
when you choose your moment, don't jump through two enemies. It's not a wise idea.
Yeah, feeling about that.
Did you choose a moment there? It seems like you chose to die.
I saw you fall.
I chose a moment. And in that moment, I failed.
Is that what bards do? Usually bards like to stay in the background and kind of wave their hands.
Well, what? How many bards have you met? 'Cause I've never seen a bard do that.
Well, I've gone through a few. A lot of them are kind of scaredy cats. That's why I say the hand thing in the back.
Most bards just sing or play an instrument and make shit explode.
Yeah, but in combat.
Hey, I would like to go over to Finland's spot where he was sleeping, and I just want to kick it around. Did he leave anything behind?
Oh no, he rolled up his bedroll, his spread, and took everything on him.
Real
He
tight?
seems to travel. Yeah, seems to travel light. Only carries on him what he needs. Yeah, like realistically, it looks like nothing in here is actually his. It's been here.
But yeah, but when everything kicks off, choose your moment. You're not doing anyone any good.
Does that mean I can hide behind
shot
you?
to death. What?
Does that mean I can hide behind you? I can shoot people from afar too. I'm kind of good with the crossbow too. I just like daggers. Daggers are nice.
Don't get me killed, but you know what I mean. I'm just saying. If you die, every person that goes down leaves the rest of us one man down, so it makes it much more difficult. Hurts our odds.
No, fair point.
Well, we should go. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've given them enough time.
We're supposed to wait an hour to an hour and a half, so let's just make sure we wait that much.
Yeah, enough time.
Yeah.
No. I'm literally going to wait an hour.
No, we're gonna, yes, session. We're going to wait an hour before they leave. In-game time.
Everything in real time.
We'll just sit here and hang out with you. Just like, hey, how's football season going for all your favorite teams?
How about all this rain?
How about all this rain?
Yeah. How about
Anyways, yeah. So
Bad weather.
about an hour, 30 to 45 minutes or so passes. You guys make your way through the forest into the forest out of the cave opening, and into the canyon where you find yourself with that left-hand side with the broken wheel that the bard attacked for some reason, and the remains of that caravan.
It was a
Deal.
And you follow that trail for pretty much what Finley said you would. It's about a mile to a mile and a half, and you find this space where you can see that there is this rock that had been pushed ajar, and you can see a cave opening on the other side, and there's a whole bunch of like branches that have been piled up right in front of it to try and disguise it. They didn't do a great job.
They did the lousiest job.
And kind of looking around, you don't see any guards, you don't see any lookouts, and nobody seems to be there at the moment.
All right. Well,
Are there any like marks from the
the chop.
charred stuff?
Charcoal.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you don't see anything.
Lumi, you wanna maybe make sure there's nothing here that's gonna hurt us?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it. So that would be a
She would like to investigate the
Perception?
traps.
Perception
And
check.
search for traps.
perception. Natural 20.
Oh.
Which means what?
24.
Okay.
Sticks at the entrance.
As you look around, you can see just on the inside of the cave entrance, it looks like Finley had disabled like a small tripstick trap, which was attached to a spike log drop, and it already dropped.
Nope, seems like we're good. This was gonna fall on someone, but
That looks terrifying.
There's about 8
Yeah.
feet worth of clearance you can look up. It would have definitely done some damage.
yeah. Looks
Yeah.
like Finley already assisted with this one, so
Well, I mean, after seeing such a monstrous trap like that, I'd prefer to go a lot slower.
That's about.
A lot slower.
I don't know. That's about 10% of its pace so far.
So is the boulder still needs to be moved, right?
Yeah, just enough to make sure that some of the bigger individuals can make it through, like the Dragon Warden and yourself.
Alfarius, you look worth your snuff. Help me out with this boulder.
Yeah, I'll help. Yeah, try.
Okay, make a strength check with advantage.
Okay, let's look at it. Do I gotta push or pull?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you're gonna have
100%.
to. You're both. One of you would be on one side, the other.
Oh, all right.
Push or pull. Doesn't matter.
Oh, just one of us?
Well, you're doing it with advantage.
Yeah, so you're both doing it.
Hey.
Oh, both doing it. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm super strong.
That was a natural 20.
Oh,
Nice.
he's super
that's
stronger.
So you guys just roll
22.
that thing straight out of the way, just and moves over to the side.
I wasted my good dice on a boulder push.
That spells trouble.
It's not. Yeah, this happens anytime we roll good outside of combat. Combat's just like.
The law of averages.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem. So what are you doing? Because they're all standing outside this entrance.
Oh,
Tabaxi told you about the sprung trap.
I'm gonna get out of the rain and enter the
Yep.
entrance.
I'll go
Make sure to
first.
go extra slow. You don't want to hit anything with luck.
Lumi, you want to walk in front of me?
Of course.
You have an eye for these things. It's obvious. You saw the spike trap.
Mm-hmm.
What's your passive perception?
My passive. 14?
14.
Yeah, it's 8 plus 2 because I'm proficient.
What's your max hit points?
17.
So you all make your way inside, dry off. The rain is starting to subside a little bit anyways. It's not breaking completely, but it's definitely slowing down than the downpour it was this morning. But you find the inside fairly tight quartered for the most part. You know, the Dragon Warden half-orc in the party feel kind of cramped, you know, but it's definitely tall enough to accommodate you, but just barely by like maybe a half a foot to a foot. So you guys gonna go down?
Yeah.
Yep, we are going to go down at least 1 mile.
So you make your way through these
Stealthily.
Stealth.
These very. Can I get stealth checks then?
Yeah, you sure can.
Use the word stealthily. You gotta make a stealth check.
Stealthily. I have a plus one.
Let me get my.
Law of averages. Oh, no. Oh, this is bad.
13?
14.
Okay.
Yeah, with my heavy armor, my large shield out, and all my greatness. That's 2.
Nice.
11.
11.
Dragonborn don't hide.
Solid 5.
Dope.
2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. So
Yeah.
there are.
We're not afraid
As
of
you
nothing.
travel through these various tight quarters and these pools of water and loose rock and stone starts breaking off from places. You're some of the loudest. You're some of the loudest people imaginable. As the paladin consistently bangs his shield on stuff, smacks his head on the roof and low-hanging ceilings,
Mr. DM.
and the half-orc trips over himself on multiple occasions, not being the most dexterous person.
I would like to use all this noise we're making to do an intimidation check on anyone who might be listening. This horrible sound of troops marching through their tunnels.
There's a lot of like ow and trip and shut up, you moron. You're not intimidating nobody.
Dang it.
Shaking my head. We're intimidating the bats.
Yeah. On several occasions they
Be afraid.
spook and fly off. But eventually you make your way. The cave opens up and you see this really wide gorge, just like he had described, in front of you. And you can see right down at the very end a small amount of smoke coming up in the light rain now. And you can see the encampment. And out front you can see that they have, in a couple of spots on the outsides of this, where it kind of comes into this gulch, they built palisades. And you can see that there are goblins standing on them, like looking outwards over this very short amount of space with light brush and really nowhere to hide moving towards. It's about maybe 30 to 40 feet or so.
Mr. DM, clarification. I have an intelligence of 8. What is a palisade?
Yeah, exactly. It's a fortification.
It's
Yeah, but what kind? Is it like a turret?
well, it's wooden logs that are strapped together and usually carved into spikes at the top.
Oh, okay. Like for
Uprights.
anti-cavalry type stuff?
They're not spiked. They're not cavalry spikes. They're
like
literally
that.
Oh, they look like that?
That's palisade.
They look like that.
Oh, okay.
That's a palisade.
All right.
There you go.
It's a wall.
Now, does their fort look crushed by a big boulder?
No.
All right. These are important questions. Oh, no. That's a wonderful palisade. Would be a shame if it burned down.
Is it still raining?
Yeah, very light drizzle.
Yeah, it'll be hard to burn it down.
So you can see that these goblins are up there, and there's only like 3 of them. You got short bows. They're all kind of just looking over the top outwards.
Now, did they see us from our ow, clang, clang, ow in the tunnel?
No,
Good. The tunnel did not work as a megaphone. Great.
they're not close enough.
Great.
The camp's about 100 yards away, with about 40 to 45 feet worth of clearance, or open land, more or less, to approach where it coalesces into the point between 2 sides of the canyon,
You
the
know,
gulch.
You said there was goblins?
on the palisades.
Yep.
One on each?
Yeah.
You know, Riken, I'm noticing a big flaw in our plan.
What's
We
that?
didn't really discuss, like, a signal or something for crushing their fort.
I think he was just gonna roll the rock and then we were gonna go in.
I was gonna say that's. I think
He
that's
said
our
it-
signal.
How's
He
it
said
gonna
it'd
know
be
we're
very
here?
noticeable.
He's probably got it fairly well timed. We can wait.
I agree with Reckon. I say we wait. We wait for the big boom and then screaming.
You know, if anything, we can just start shooting arrows at the palisade. He'll know who's shooting.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, he would be the one to start it, because that way they're all
Well,
in their fort.
what rock is he talking about? Can we see it from here?
Can we see the
Yeah.
rock?
Oh yeah. You're pretty sure you can see it. It's all the way up on the left. It's this large, janky looking boulder that it looks like it's just a bit away from just getting ready to roll out of its space down the hill into the
Nice.
camp.
So
Noise.
keep an eye on the rock. If we see him,
If the rock starts going down the hill, let's say we start running.
he had to go a long ways. He said they were going almost all the way around. So.
Yeah, I know. I was just, okay.
Is
Solid
there-
plan leads to victory.
Honestly, I think just based on the hill and where that rock is, if we see him up there, we should start shooting and try and draw as many onto the palisades as possible.
Yeah, it'd be bad if they saw a Brog. Brog's working hard to push that boulder down to kill them all, so.
So what are we gonna do?
I'd like. Do I see where that boulder's gonna roll? Like, will it roll
Is
through
it
the
gonna roll
palisades,
in-
or is it gonna roll behind them, like further into the?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
What do you think? How far
From the
it
looks
is?
of it, it kind of depends on which direction he pushes it.
Okay.
What do I think? Well, I think we got to give Finley and Brock time, if they need it still, to get the boulder just right.
All right.
If they need to clear anything out, any dirt or anything like that. 'Cause that could take time, so if we start the attack now, it may be too early. Plus,
Well, I don't. That's what I'm saying.
oh yeah,
We shouldn't attack now, but we should attack before the boulder goes and try to draw as many to the palisade as possible.
but if Finley's not ready, that could be minutes.
Yeah, I think we can make.
Maybe we can look up at the boulder and hope to see them. Or the boulder move. If we
Well,
see them, we go.
Yeah, it's about mid-morning still.
Yeah.
Or maybe we can
Yeah.
cause a distraction. They'll call their buddies, more will come, and then
Well, I was thinking we see them up there beginning their work, and then we.
Well,
Draw
he
them.
said we would see the signal, right? He was saying we would know. So I think that's meant to say we wait.
Well,
He's the one who's been inside the village. So
Fair enough.
if anything, he knows that maybe there's something behind those palisades that we can't see.
So we wait.
Oh yeah. He said that boulder was going to hit something good.
Really, all we can do is trust him.
Come
I
this
know it.
far.
I know you don't want to do it, Luthok, but
No, I don't. I
I
don't
think-
want to do it at all.
I think we need to.
Just me over. Like when I look at it this time, it all changed.
Oh no. The earth. It's moving.
Alright, where's the druid?
Yeah.
that's too
It
high
is.
level.
Yeah, they didn't say Zab was a druid.
They didn't, did they?
Part of it wasn't actually turning.
You left that part out.
Yeah, we're no goblins. Common oversight.
Damn you, Finley.
Damn you!
Man, the battle cameras on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah. Changing up. Gotta keep it interesting on it.
So,
So what's the plan?
so what's up? I mean, we're still in the tunnel right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, we're on the
Yeah.
entrance. Opens
Yeah, we're
up.
like
Yeah.
peeking out.
If I
There's
was
like
a-
a very small, like defilade, basically, like right in front of you.
is there any place we could kind of like go out of the tunnel and hide for a minute and wait for like a signal?
That's
Well,
not
you
in
can
plain
see,
sight.
you can see where exactly where it is from where you are.
Yeah.
Well, then
You
I-
could attempt to get closer, yeah. There's definitely plenty of underbrush. I'd say you probably get within 50 feet of the palisades before they'd really notice.
You want to move forward a bit, or you want to stay here?
After that stuff
About
roll.
100 yards.
No shit, right?
You want to do a happy medium, Riken?
Look, I'm not much for sneaking around. I think this tunnel is safe. I don't know.
Is there any indications of the other escape tunnels around here that the goblins might use if they start getting wrecked?
Probably.
Maybe we could do some reconnaissance forward, not close enough where they're going to see us, but just kind of like look around and make sure there's nothing we missed.
Probably on the other side of that wall.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see anything nearby except you do see a spot maybe like 20 feet in front of you where it looks like Finley had disabled a pit trap.
Oh,
He
shit.
uncovered it and moved all the branches out of the way.
Shit.
Do we all have bows, arrows, some kind of ranged attack?
Nope.
crossbow.
Well, I have a kind of ranged attack, but it's a javelin.
Alright.
It doesn't go very far.
Oh, dang it. I've got this.
That's not a ranged attack. That's desperation.
Oh no. I could hit it.
Right. If you're throwing daggers, you're in trouble. That's all I'm saying. No. Okay. But never mind. Doesn't matter. Not all of us can do it.
I can.
I say we just wait here for a bit and then just run at them.
Let's wait for Finley. Wait for him to push that boulder.
Alright.
All right.
We'll know what to
We'll
do.
go after the boulder. So that's really what I'm asking. Do we go try to draw them up to the palisades before the boulder rolls, or attack after the boulder?
Let's hope the boulder gets them while they're sleeping and hits the main part of the camp. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine with me.
Yeah, so we're gonna
Like
wait.
the idea? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Gonna wait.
All right. Yeah, so you wait for about an hour or so, and then you see the very slight shapes of both Brog and Finley working their way up to the boulder, and you can see them kind of like looking around, and they're like shoving each other, and he's like pointing and talking to him. You can see all these gestures, and Brog finally gets up there and like starts like getting on it and starts pushing it, and you can see it shift slightly.
Boys, time to roll.
And then
Time
he
to go.
gives it one, steps backwards and throws his whole shoulder into it and just tumbles end over end, just starts coming down the cliff. And you can see in the Palisades, and they're like looking up at it, and you can see them start like shouting, and a couple of them like jump down and start running as it just starts tumbling end over end, picking up speed, and just goes all the way across the canyon, clears off the lip, and slams into the Palisades, just shattering them. Wood just goes flying everywhere. It breaks two of them right out, crushes into them, and starts making its way, bouncing off the edge, and making its way down into camp, chasing after him. And you're not exactly sure where it goes from there, because you lose sight of it.
Oh,
Hurry
That was
now!
our signal!
I
That was our signal!
think it's time to go.
Yeah, I stroll
let's
out.
start.
Let's
start.
move!
Yeah.
I have my shit equipped.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so you guys start running up. You make it all the way up to the Palisades, and I need you to roll for initiative.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yo, Finley just earned his other 50%.
God damn it, dude. I wasted it.
Luck.
No way.
Oh.
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 No. Oh no, you guys.
So beautiful.
Did you guys all roll bad? No.
Oh, I rolled
No,
fantastic.
Oh.
You did good too.
bad.
We
Yeah, I
got
rolled
this.
bad.
We got it. The LLs, not the other L.
The bad roll. Yeah, I rolled out. I rolled bad. I rolled out. I rolled out, guys. Whatever.
How
that
dare
is.
you disrespect the lose?
I know.
News.
we
Amanda, what'd you get?
got a 21.
What'd you get?
20.
Okay, so I go first.
Ouch, dude.
Forgot my name there for a second.
What's the name
Don't
of my
help me.
precious kitty?
Don't help me.
But you need help, Mike. You need the most help.
820? Okay. Did anyone get 15 to 20?
Big old silence at the table.
Okay. So, did anyone get 10 to 15?
10. I got 10.
I'm going to put you lower down because I'm
What's up,
assuming.
Can you push that, just the battle map down just a little bit more so it catches a little bit more on the back end?
A little more?
Keep going, like a good couple inches.
More?
Or maybe move this part forward a little bit. Like that.
Up higher a little bit? So
Up
just-
higher.
Yeah, just the back end, just a little bit.
Because it's not getting back here.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go, Mike.
That good?
Yeah,
Very
man.
good, Mike.
Good.
Yeah. There you go.
So, did any of the enemies get higher than a 10 to 10?
I don't know, I haven't rolled for him yet.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to pace my way
I'm
because
setting up the battle mat. Give me a second.
Sorry. Didn't mean to pressure you there, Sir.
It's
Sir
that.
DM, Sir
Sir
person.
God. That's God.
Sir General.
I am the captain now.
I am the captain now.
Look at me.
Look at me.
Look
I
at
can show
me.
you the
Haven't
way.
seen that movie.
Can I pet your husky?
Neither have I. No one's seen the
So the
movie.
goblin,
There's like
the
one dude
goblin's
that's
got a
seen-
9.
And 9.
Hey,
Yeah, I beat the goblin.
can I pet your husky? Where your husky at?
Zabrak got a 20,
Fuck that.
and the other bugbear got a 6.
I disapprove. Why'd you finger me?
No, I went like this.
Oh, no, you went like...
He
I was
was,
shushing you because I didn't remember your name.
he was,
Oh,
he was
oh.
trying to figure out your name without you telling
Who
me.
got lower than a 9? You got a 3.
I got an 8.
Okay, 8.
Oh, no.
Alphas.
A is for offers.
Dude.
I did say
Are you
I
okay
strolled out of the game.
No.
I'm having a hard
T
time with
is
names.
for Terrowyn.
Second in command.
R is for Riken. L is for everybody else.
You got a 3, right?
3.
That was good.
So as you approach the edge of the camp and start
No,
going
no,
through the
no,
palisades,
no.
you see that the boulder had rolled directly through like a whole bunch of tents and just divoted and skipped its way in, knocking carts and all kinds of like tables and goods all over the place and crushing, as far as you can tell, probably at least 4 or 5 goblins in the process. And
Nice.
slamming
4 or
into
5
what looks like
down.
probably Zabrak's hut. And like you can see the bugbears, both of them standing up in the mud, and you immediately recognize Zabrak with his huge mohawk and his breastplate, his dirty, grimy, like rusted breastplate and chainmail armor, and he picks up this big old morning star, and the other one picks up this big great axe, and they start looking around, and they all see you coming inwards, and they start barking orders at the goblins to attack you.
Barka, barka, barka,
So Zabrak is yelling.
Barka Barka. Borka Borka.
He the big boy.
Pork, 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 pork. War.
Okay.
Which one's Zabra?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Yellow belly.
Let's fuck up yellow.
I think that rock skip is a record.
And then further away, you hear like over the breaking. You start hearing like scattering and the clinking of arms and weapons like further into the back of the camp, which you assume is Finley and Brog making their way through whoever's back there.
Yeah. Making their way through.
Yeah. So who goes first?
Making my way down.
That would be me.
Killing goblins and.
Oh, I forgot to do that. I forgot to grab a
Forgot to
laser
prep.
pointer.
Okay.
Mike forgot.
That's fine.
So what I'm gonna do is make sure I'm within 60 feet of a goblin.
That's fucked up.
You are.
If I'm already within 60 feet, I'm gonna look at that goblin, and I'm going to point at it and loudly yell that his mother used to wash orc backside, and cast vicious mockery on him. I need him to make make a wisdom saving throw of.
So you're within 60 feet?
I
Which goblin?
wanted to move to be in range of a 1 in 60 feet. So whichever
Well, he's
one.
definitely within 60 feet.
Yeah, then I'll just hit orange. Unless I can hit. Yeah, I'll just hit orange. I'll just.
So that's 50 feet.
Yeah, I'll just hit him. And say his mother used to wash and caress orc backside,
Okay.
and cast vicious mockery.
Probably true.
He needs to make
Saving
of 13.
Probably true.
Goblins
13.
make a living.
You're all that's fucked up. It's probably true.
Yeah,
Fails.
that's a respectable line of work.
He takes the solid 2 solid 2 psychic damage,
Solid 2 psychic damage.
Solid.
and they have disadvantage on the next attack.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot for a goblin. They don't have a lot going for them anyway. That's like double damage.
And then I'll also
He has disadvantage, correct?
disadvantage, and I will pull my sword out.
At 2 damage. That's about right for hurting his feelings.
Yeah. You cast it, and it immediately looks around and looks at its feet, and it kicks the mud.
You just see him you just ruined his whole fucking day.
His mother turns out.
If a giant boulder crashing through their camp wasn't enough, bring his mother into it.
Doesn't have a place to live, and now you just mocked his mother. How you are a terrible person. This is a chaotic good.
So who's
Next,
next?
Lumi. Lumi is next. On deck
Followed
is
by-
Lucian. Runner-up is Zabrak. Oh shit!
Don't throw your chair back.
Did I?
A little bit.
I'm standing up.
I'm gonna mess these guys up.
So you're here.
Okay. I want to go ahead, and if I'm colorblind,
you
is
already
that a
know
red
what's coming
goblin?
out.
It is.
Yep.
Am I within sight of shooting a crossbow? Or do I have to move
No,
one?
you can see him.
Okay. Fuck, shoot him, crossbow.
Okay, make an attack roll.
I'm gonna go pew pew!
Big attacks.
Big attacks.
Crit.
Got it.
Big crit.
Big crit. Here it
Big
comes,
crit.
guys. Big crit.
Big
Big crit.
Big
Big
crit.
crit. Big crit. Big
Oh! Yeah!
It
Does
was-
a 19
It does
hit? Full 10. Wait,
Full-
10
Add your
plus
modifier, Amanda.
Yeah.
12.
Cool.
Wouldn't it be 13?
So
It's your dex.
So this goblin
it's not
comes
bad.
and like with its spear and it peeks around the corner and you
13.
just snap right to him and shoot your
Oh,
crossbow.
there's 2 of them.
Flies through the air, think, goes right into his head, kills him outright.
Pass! So what I was doing is I was gonna like crawl in the mud a bit and then go out and just go.
So Red just straight drops. You guys watch his crossbow just go straight through his forehead.
Oh, there was a goblin there. I didn't even see it.
That's the point.
All this 3D terrain is fucking me up, bro. It's like,
Okay, is that end your turn? Or are you moving?
That ends my turn.
Okay.
Yo.
Lucian.
We got.
Lucian. On deck is Zabrak.
I move forward 10 feet. Forward.
10. Okay.
And I fire magic missile at Zabrak.
All right.
It's decent. It's decent.
Yeah. I think auto hits would get
10 damage.
10 damage.
10 force damage. Zipping around carts and throwing all three right
Whatever's
at him.
left of their home.
Actually, Zabrak is pink.
He's pink? Yeah. Doesn't matter who he is. I targeted him.
So all three of them come in. You see him like swing his fucking his morning star. He like, clips one of them that kind of shatters off parts of his morning star, but the other two like strike through his chest plate and his armor. You can see small holes like open up. But he's still standing there. He just slams his morning star in the ground.
You still stay. I mimic him.
What did he say?
Huh?
What did he say?
You couldn't make out the dialect from how far you are.
Bitch.
Yeah, you're pretty sure something about like better luck or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Two of them hit you, but better luck. All right, big guy. I end my turn.
It's his turn.
So
Zabrak
Zabrak,
on deck.
you hear him. He turns around behind him, back towards the camp. You can hear like goblins scurrying around and see a little bit of movement. And he yells at them and tells them to come, basically get their shit together and come help or whatever. And he starts going forward.
Oh shit.
You gotta put it all in a box. Put it all in a backpack. Bring it up here.
So he's yellow again?
Yes.
Oh fuck.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yellow.
I want to make sure.
That's fine.
Just want to make sure I'm shooting the right guy.
I hurt him real bad.
I really am gonna hurt him real bad.
Real bad.
Then he takes the. He's gonna take the. No, actually no. That's not what he's gonna do.
I don't know.
He's gonna take a defensive action. Dodge.
Dodge.
So anybody who attacks him has disadvantage.
Boo.
Oh.
Is that only the next?
No.
Huh?
No, dodge is
It's
all
until
until
his
you
next
do
turn.
Until his next turn.
Damn. It's a good thing
Alright,
magic
then
missile
Zabrak's
doesn't have
turn.
it to hit.
He's out here.
Oh.
I thought
He's
he
not within 30 feet, is he? 10, 20, doesn't look like it. Nope.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yes, he is.
Oh, he is?
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna rage and I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna hit him with my axe. Running past my buddies.
Bye bye.
So you run straight forward, hauling ass, your axe coming out the side, you shield in front of you.
And I attack recklessly.
Ooh, reckless.
Yeah,
Ooh.
with my axe.
So flat roll.
Flat roll. 15.
That is a miss.
I recklessly missed.
As you come over the top with this heavy swing, he just brings his morning star in front of him and catches the edge of it, and you hear this clack as you carve into this fat piece of wood that he's stuck these nails into.
Oh shit. And my turn.
You see this little smile come across his face.
Fuck these bugbears, dude.
Who's next?
Gabos. Alpharus is on deck.
Gobbies.
So, Orange comes to his master's aid and just runs forward.
Boo.
Gets behind you. And Green takes a shot at the half-orc.
Boo.
That's going to be a hit
Boo.
for 8 piercing damage from the short bow as it flecks into your shield.
Dang it.
You remember he had disadvantage, right?
Huh? Yeah. I rolled.
Well, it's a flat.
Oh, okay.
And
I just
then
wanted to.
the other
I
one
just saw
had
the one that had it
advantage.
moved. I just wanted to
No.
be sure.
So now this one is going. This one was a flat roll, so that other one couldn't shot. But the other one already missed, so it doesn't matter.
Just want to make sure.
Bet.
And it's the
Yeah.
goblins' turns.
Alpharus,
Alfred.
Yo.
second in command, is on deck.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself. Raise my AC by 2.
So 21, right?
21.
Oh.
I'm amped up. Say a quick prayer. As I hold my holy icon, I pull my long sword. I go after that goblin. I go after that goblin.
Is that one for one turn or is it concentration?
His next attack only, so it's gone.
So it's gone. Okay,
His next attack following. So like if I hit the commander with it,
that's fine.
it's his first attack.
All right.
Does it qualify for multi-attack on both attacks? Part of the multi-attack I see?
It's the first dice.
First die? Okay.
So if there's multiple dice preceding, the rest are not with disadvantage.
Okay. Sounds good.
I need to double check it too.
Ooh.
Let's make this attack roll.
I attempt to hit him with my long sword. What?
Yeah, next attack.
Does an 11 hit?
No, it does
Is
not.
does he count as flanking?
No, because you're not engaged with the goblin. You're engaged with Zabrak.
Yes.
What if I really don't like the goblin? Can't we just pretend? Can we imagine for one
Can we just imagine for 1 second I'm flanking him?
Miss.
Yes, sir.
But I'm super armored. I'll use the rest of my movement just to get on the other side of the goblin. Can I get beside Luthok without?
Next to him?
Yeah, without getting an
See
opportunity.
you right here. 30.
Yeah, I'll go there.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll get Luthok's back.
Right, kid.
Right.
Go right again.
Oh, that's right. You
Don't do anything
need a
crazy
mini
like
down
Eldritch
here.
Blast.
I keep forgetting you don't have one.
I thought
I
the
do too.
So we'll
first
put you-
in command
we'll put
was
you-
on deck. I thought you said his
He
second in
said-
command was on deck.
Oh, his second command. I'm sorry.
Oh, so it's the other
It's-
bugbear?
Yeah, it's the other
It's
bugbear.
okay.
That's my bad.
So he comes hauling ass.
But now he can hit
"Ugh,"
right
this
there.
war, this fucking shout war chant or whatever, and starts coming forward to attack.
I disapprove.
Then it's his turn. He's actually no, he's gonna take the dodge action. There we
Thank you.
go. Now it's Riken's turn.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast at that goblin.
All right.
Alright, see where I
What a
failed.
surprise.
Oh,
Now, are you
Yeah.
sure about that?
Oh, I'm sure.
Ooh, that's a good
Full
roll.
damage.
Nice.
Good roll.
Let's roll the hit.
The roll to hit was 18
It's
plus.
a hit.
Yeah.
Woo!
So that's 15 damage. To
15 damage. Oh yeah, it obliterates him. It hits him, electrifies him, and he explodes. His arm goes flying, piece of gore goes slam across the canyon, and just this smoldering little spot with smoke coming up from where he was standing.
Yeah. You do a lot for a scholar.
We shouldn't piss him
Yeah,
off.
it'll-
We should keep.
Scholars learn things.
Yeah, I'm sworn for war, but I mean, you on the other hand.
I'm gonna use my movement to get just in front of Lumi there.
5. Did you want to go directly in front of her?
Yeah.
10?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll use my bonus action to cast, or use my Curse of the Hexblade on Zabrak.
Okay. So you gonna curse him?
Yeah.
Spooky. So spooky.
So I raise my hand and just kind of point at him, and it
It
just
curses
grows
him.
a little darker around him.
The light seems to dim slightly around him on the outside, like an aura of almost wispy black smoke.
Mind games.
Does it disguise me?
No.
And then it's my turn.
All right.
He's now
Good
top of
try.
order if it matters.
It does matter. So, mustering their courage, a couple of goblins come running from the back of the camp in the wreckage where the boulder had crushed into their tents.
No, this is all bad. Boo, goblins, boo. So,
Well, you can utilize orange if you need to now.
didn't
Yeah.
didn't orange get popped?
He did. Orange did get popped.
I thought you shot green.
Was it green or orange? Matt?
Who'd you shoot?
Oh, I shot. It was orange.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely overkill.
Yeah.
It's unintentional overkill.
Yeah. All right.
My turn.
Mhm.
So I'm going to move up a bit. I'm going to move up, I don't know, we'll do say 15 feet.
5, 10, 15.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15.
Yep. And I'm going to look at Luthok. And I'm going to yell out, and you, be an amazing hero, you blue-balled bastard! And I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration on you. You now have a d6 to add to any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. For
That
10
felt like
minutes.
vicious mockery to me.
Are
Are you sure it was Bardic Inspiration?
He's raging. It all sounds the same to him.
It's not bald.
I said blue-balled.
It goes
oh,
in
other.
one and plant out the other.
Yes.
yeah.
I'm saying you have big cojones.
Alright, so does that end your turn?
No, that was my bonus
But they
action.
are blue.
That was my
Yeah,
action.
the other
I'll
balls.
spin and look at the second in command and go, I don't have a joke, but here, look at yourself. And I'll cast Minor Illusion, creating like a mirror effect so he sees himself as I cast...
Minor illusion?
No, Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay, so that's a wisdom saving throw?
Yep, wisdom saving throw of 13.
13?
Why?
Passes.
Okay,
Use the red die.
and then, yeah, that ends my turn.
If it was the goblin, you failed because you would have had a -1.
They always feel
That was an
bad.
interesting flair on that spell.
Yeah. Yeah, so he looks at and he sees himself and he's like, he thinks about it, he goes, dude. I
love that he was
see him
still
like
dumb enough
jerk
to laugh.
his great axe. He just lifts it up really high and starts moving towards you guys.
Next is Lumi. On deck is Lucian.
Okay, you're here.
Okay.
You're the one with the tail
Yeah.
that doesn't have scales.
Rad. I'm going to look at the green goblin.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot him.
All right, you look at him.
What's the minimum range on your light crossbow?
Should be 120.
I think it's 60 and then 120 at max.
Because you're 60 feet away.
Yeah, it's 60, 120, I believe.
It is 83.
You never tell me the odds, do you?
No.
8320.
8320.
Okay. 80.
Anything over 80, you have disadvantage on.
Okay. Yes, it's fine. You can hit it.
Or like
Great.
literate him. Literate.
Yeah.
Kill him.
Oh my god.
Hey, you never know.
9 plus 6 is 15.
That's it.
Oh!
It's another full damage.
Full damage! 13.
Again, Lumi, just another one. She sees him peek over the top of the fucking wreckage of the table to take another shot with his bow and just goes right through his face, right through the eye
I would think
socket.
my eyes
Pops out the other side, blood comes
I would
pouring
think
out.
like my eyes would go really wide like a cat. And then
Everybody knows that.
Apparently not goblins.
Counter Strike's dumb.
And
Hashtag.
I'm gonna end my turn right there.
Lucian.
All these
I'm
non,
laughing at him.
Cringe.
I just happened to look at you.
Cringe.
all you non-strength based characters out here just obliterating these goblins.
Don't feel bad. I'm hurting. I made fun of his mother.
Do I have enough movement to get 5 feet next to Alphys?
Trying to get next to Alphys?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5, 10, 15, takes 20 feet.
Alright, so another 5 feet forward from that.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet forward?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
And then
Burning hands?
Burning Hands.
Burning hands.
Burning hand.
Burning hands.
Burning hand.
As I clap my hands together, they start to glow bright orange, and then
You're gonna... Do you just want to hit one or both of them?
Can I do it without hitting Luthok?
No.
What if you moved a little bit more?
Yeah, is there any way I can cast it without hitting Luthok? With 5 feet of movement.
A little closer.
Yeah, if you go closer, I think you can do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, just like walk right up to him. Boom!
I'll risk it. I'll risk it for the
Oh, yeah.
biscuit.
Risk it for the
I'm
biscuit.
risking it for the
You
biscuit.
can hit them both. If you
Lucian
do
walks
that.
right up and stares him in the eyes as he claps his hands together and just spreads this fire all across them.
For the deck saves,
Yes, DC 13.
DC 13s.
Ooh.
So Zabrak passes, and his second in command fails.
So, on a fail, he will be taking 13 fire damage, half that on a pass.
So this intense blast and flare of like red, white light and heat comes outwards and scorches the side of Zabrak through his armor, and lights his second in command partially on fire, and he starts frantically trying to put himself out. And there's just the ground is singed and black at their feet. Is that end your turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because that was all 30, right?
Yes,
30
sir.
feet. Cool. Yep. Then that ends my turn.
Zabrak. Luthok, you're on deck.
Zabrak turns. He raises his great axe and his morning star and decides to bring it down on top of the barbarian. So it's gonna make
That miss horribly.
multi-attack.
You gonna miss, buddy? Miss.
Open his tab.
Oh.
So that's gonna be the first one's a hit.
Oh, it's multi-attack. Fuck!
I hate when
For
Indy says
9
the
piercing?
first one.
Sorry, what was that? For
9
9?
piercing.
And the second hit attack misses.
Oh, his second one.
So he comes in with 2 really wild fucking swings. And you just manage to deflect both of them with your shield.
Oh, fuck!
And he had a disadvantage, right?
He had
He had
advantage.
advantage because of the.
But he's
Reckless.
Oh, that only works for me.
That's what we
only for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
And so you're gonna roll more. Stop it.
No, I just only have to roll one more. It's still a miss, doesn't matter.
Yay!
And that's a crit.
Yeah, right?
Alright, so that ends Zabrak's turn.
Luthok.
Oh.
Gaboos are on deck.
I'm on return with my inspiration.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna attack him back. Recklessly.
Yeah.
I got 26 to hit. And so I roll my damage with D8.
Yeah, that was a nice bardic
6,
inspiration.
9. Hey, you never know. 9, 11 points of slashing damage from my axe as I cleave into him.
What'd you roll to hit?
26.
26.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit.
I rolled a lot.
How much
I was inspired.
You said it doesn't hit. I'm
How
walking.
much? 11?
I'm like
11.
we're tired.
So you come in with this huge swing, coming underneath his Morningstar and could cleave straight into his midsection. You hear the crack of bones and blood as it starts pouring out of him. He starts kind of wobbling and dips a little bit to the right, stands back up.
And my turn.
Gobos.
Goblins?
Gobos.
The
You're on
goblins.
deck.
Oh, all right.
So they both rush forward to attack.
Goblins.
Gobble.
They're gonna take.
Yeah, man.
Man, see? Gonna go for a little ride, man.
You see this to be the battle deck.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Yeah.
Let's see. As I calculate your demise.
They're not just goblins. They're goblin clerics.
So you watch as they both take out these really small daggers and they throw them. And one of them targets Lucian, the other one targets Luthok.
My distraction
So
is
Lucian,
working.
that's a hit for 3 piercing damage. And
Ow.
against Alex is Luthok. That's going to be a miss, as it deflects harmlessly off of your shield.
Ugh,
That'll be a miss.
that'll be a miss.
That ends their turn.
You're not getting that dagger.
Alpharus, second in command on deck.
I'm gonna move right up next to Lucian.
Okay. On which side of them? The side or this side?
The inside.
Inside?
So,
Okay.
Yep.
So 10 feet of movement?
Yeah. And
The wall.
oh yeah. And as I walk up, seeing Lucian do burning hands, I will say, "They shall burn." And I use my fire breath.
Oh, yes. They shall burn.
What is that? 15-foot cone as well, right?
Yeah.
See Lucian
It's-
just
it's
looking
burning.
at
Oh,
me.
you're gonna get the goblin too.
It's
Yeah.
burning hands,
Yeah.
isn't
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that hits everybody.
Nice.
So we'll start with the
So it's a DC 12.
DC 12. So I'll start with yellow. So it's a fail. Red. It's a pass. Zabrak passes. And the second in command fails.
Alright. 5 fire damage if they fail.
Oh, it's not burning hands damage?
No, it's not.
Oh. It does too.
It gets better as I get
As you
better.
grow.
Yeah.
As he grows
Into a big dragon.
Bigger dragonborn. Dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
bigger dragon born. My bad. I feel so bad for insulting you back there.
Sorry, I cut him off. 5 damage for.
If
for a
they
new set.
damage if they failed.
5 if they fail.
2 if they pass.
At what level does it increase?
Much higher.
Yeah. A ways.
A lot.
So is this, you let your Fury ancestry just unleash this powerful dragon breath, just starts to almost like napalm start to like come outwards and stick to everything and just lights everything ablaze in front of you, adding to the smoking grass and dirt that already was cast by burning hands, and it just gets all over Zabrak. You can see his like armor starts to melt on him, and the goblins like catch a flame and start like running around in circles and diving into the mud to get it to put it out.
Yeah, fuck this camp.
Fuck this whole ass camp.
Okay, is that your turn?
Oh yeah, that ends my turn.
Second in command.
Alright. Second in command decides that it wants no more of any of that shit and brings up its great axe and brings it right down on top of Alfarius.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
I do that too.
And that's a miss.
Woo!
Then it's his turn.
Faith.
Riken.
Alright, so I use my bonus action to cast Hex on Zabrak as well. And then I use Eldritch Blast.
Oh yeah! Yeah!
Whoa, man. Whoa,
Yeah.
not
Oh,
Eldritch.
can't do it.
Whoa.
Calm it down. You're doing some meta plays here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Does
humanity.
a 16 hit?
It does not.
Oh wait, I think I add more to that. Hold on, with the curse.
The curse. Hex.
The curse.
The curse.
What are you doing?
No,
What are you doing?
it's just +5. So yeah, 16. I missed.
It is a miss. So you lash out with Eldritch Blast, goes wide, hits the canyon, carves into it, and breaks out a whole bunch, scattering fucking rock and debris outwards all over
Oh yeah.
the camp.
And then I step back behind Lume.
What, we playing leapfrog?
You assist
Is it on your turn?
Yeah, it's my turn.
It's
Hiding
on the top
behind
of the
us.
order if that matters again.
Yeah. So once again, a couple more goblins rouse their strength and come forward.
Rouse your
Rouse.
strength.
Oh, fucking kill him. Look at him.
This time emerging with short bows.
No.
Okay.
I don't like that.
The bane of any party.
Okay.
Ranged attacks.
Phelan moves up behind. How much movement does it take to get behind Lucian?
5, 10, 15, 20.
20. I'll use 20 movement to get behind Lucian,
20.
and then I'll step to the right twice. So another. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, put me one up. Yeah, right there. Where I'm
Here?
like, where I'm one way for you. Yeah.
Okay.
And then.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. Can't do that yet. Unfortunately.
Oh, man. Give him time. All right. Give him time to die.
Well, you know, he didn't
Come
just
back as a
walk
wizard.
past all of them, so he's on a.
He's on a
I'm
step.
learning.
He's learning.
So with my bonus action, I'm gonna look at Alpharus and say, and you're gonna hear me call him, "Holy crap! He is a big dragonborn!" And you're gonna feel bardic inspiration.
Yeah, I am a big dragonborn. Yeah. I am.
The biggest.
I'm a big guy.
I'm a big guy.
I think get punked out by a halfling.
I'm taking it out on goblins.
Hey,
And
picks one up,
I will
bites its head
look.
off.
I will call. Actually, I'm just gonna look at Yellow
okay.
and
We're like, oh,
Just-
whoa.
yell out, "Your uncle's brother's sister's cousin is an ugly woman!" And
Oh, I just lost track of that.
Yeah.
and vicious mockery.
Now is he
14
offended or
13.
confused?
It's a pass.
I'm guessing just
He
a
followed along.
confused.
He followed along.
Very personal.
I'm gonna.
You see him. He looks confused for a moment. And then he's just never.
Whatever.
You can't mock him if he doesn't even know who you're talking about.
That'll end my turn. Going to Lumi. Lucian on deck.
He's like, my what?
So I'm gonna go on top of that wooden P word thingy.
Palisade.
Okay.
The P word.
5, 10, 15.
You gotta be careful saying things like the P word.
This is a family-friendly story.
And I'm colorblind. Is that blue goblin?
Yes.
I'll fucking shoot him.
All right.
More like obliterate.
Obliterate him.
Yeah. Probably doesn't even have a shield.
So as soon as I'm up there, I get my crossbow ready, my eyes will widen, and I look at him and I have a big smile.
Big cat eyes.
But doesn't do shit. 11 hit.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
No, it goes wide, zips past it. It looks around, trying to identify where it comes from, and it sees you up there.
I ain't hearing all that noise.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to use the... Nothing. I'm just going to stand there and look at it.
Okay.
See if you can reach me.
Lucian.
What am I looking like for burning hands?
You're looking like you will most definitely hit Alfarius. From where you're
Yeah,
standing.
like if I step up into your left.
So, like, you want to go in front of Thalen?
Yeah, would that prevent that?
I don't think so.
No?
Let's see.
It's hard. It's really hard to tell from an angle.
No, that wouldn't prevent that. You'd still hit him.
Damn. All right, I'll save my first level spell slot, and I'm gonna stab him with a dagger.
You want to stay here to stab him with the dagger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just stay there and stab him with a
All right, make
dagger.
an attack roll.
Because
Damage
I don't have
damage
anything
and attack
else.
at the same time.
No cantrips.
Nothing with melee, not yet.
Oh.
Yeah, I messed that up when I made him.
Good roll.
That's a crit fail.
Is it? So, as you like,
How does this work again?
as you're like, you try to coalesce the magic, and it's just not coming together right. So you put that away. You pull out the dagger, and as you reach to go and like throw it at him, it comes out of your hand and hits fucking Alfarius. So, what was it?
Oh, I
Three?
moved. I moved it. What did I roll?
It was a
Did
three.
you see? It was a 3.
It was a 3.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
moved
it was
it,
a
so I
3.
wasn't paying attention. But yeah, probably a 3.
Yeah.
But I have a -1, so it was a 2.
So
2
two
damage.
So you take 2 piercing damage as the dagger like flips over and then hits you in the side of the face.
Trick shot.
Do I maintain concentration
We'll see.
until the faith? I have faith.
Oh! A big 20.
Yeah.
Bro, if I would have dropped your fucking concentration off.
That was
If I would have dropped concentration off of him.
Oh, it felt really bad.
Oh.
Zabrak.
Zabrak, feeling barely hanging on to life, decides to make a desperate multi-attack against the half-orc.
Desperate. Desperate. Desperation.
Yes,
What do you feed off desperation?
I do a lot more than that.
So first attack,
Yeah, knowing your orc,
Is a miss.
desperation might be a common
second
theme.
attack is a hit.
I disapprove.
No.
At least
So
one.
that's 15 piercing damage.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
As Morningstar cracks into your shield, you hear it splinter. And the second attack comes around, winging you in the shield. or in the shoulder. And that ends Zabrak's turn.
Luthok.
Oh, it's coming back at you now, boy. I'm gonna attack it. Recklessly.
You attacked recklessly last round, huh?
Yeah, I did. Stop it.
So the other one hit too then.
Boo.
Boo.
Stop it.
Not fair.
Another 11 piercing damage.
Oh, dang it.
Well, I don't want to be that guy, but the second one was advantage too, right?
No, well, it already hit. I don't care to roll for the crit.
He's a nice guy.
Nice guy.
I'm a nice guy.
I'm not going to attack recklessly now. 'Cause ow.
Ow!
Nah,
He's barely holding on to life.
Yeah, but there's more than just him. I'm not. I have an intelligence 8. I'm not stupid.
Whoa!
People on Reddit might disagree.
Oh, I got a 25.
It's a hit.
Jesus.
23, sorry. And I did
Oh, yeah.
8 points of damage.
So you got the final blow.
Final blow! I cleave his head off.
All right.
Oh.
Taking it as a trophy.
Yeah. So you just come in. He's trying to wield his Morning Star and bring it back into defensive position, but you just cleave straight across from shoulder end to shoulder end, just quick. His head goes flying in the air and rolls into the mud and dirt.
Yeah,
He falls to the ground, slump to his knees, and falls over.
Bro, he's slumped.
I turned to Terrowyn and I say, axes work better to hurt shit. You gotta know your audience. Then my turn.
You see the shadowy mist that was around him kind of rush along the ground over me.
Delicious HP.
Hey guys, I mean, I'm not a scholar, but that didn't look healthy.
I'm not a scholar either, but that's not a scholar.
You should study more.
I study a
Is that
lot.
your turn?
I
Yeah,
don't
that
leech
ends my
lives.
Gobos,
The goblins.
Alfarius on deck.
So, the goblins, you see them, all the ones behind where the archers came from in camp, they kind of see them fall dead, and they just start like scattering and like taking off towards the back of the rest of the camp. But the ones who are already there just decide like, YOLO, and just like, we're already here.
Fuck it.
So yellow
Yellow means no.
comes
no.
forward. They come to attack Luthok.
I disapprove. I did not attack
First.
recklessly, by the way.
First, Blue takes a shot at Lumi.
Oh. Tempting
That's a
fate.
miss.
You just see
And
Louis
then
dancing
Green,
around
following
like
suit, takes another shot at you as well. And that's a hit.
Oh.
For 6 piercing damage.
Weak.
Then Yellow
Yellow.
pulls out his rusty scimitar and attacks Luthok.
I always
Use the
figured
red
I was
die.
going to die, but not from a rusty scimitar.
Use the red die.
That's going to be a hit
Oh,
for 10 piercing damage.
oh, that's really rusty.
And then Red's going to attack,
I dropped 1 HP.
and that's going to be a hit as well.
Oh, I'm
Another
down.
8.
I'm down. Oh, the rust. Oh.
You guys watch
I
as these
never got
goblins
my
kind of
shots.
just rush forward real quick. And the first one like kicks mud up at Luthok, hits him in the eye, he gets blinded. The other one like slashes in his back, and the other one stabs him in the gut. He goes falls to the ground. Alright, that ends the goblins' turns.
Alfarius, the second command is on deck.
Oh, well, I ain't having.
She's the leader now.
New promoted leaders next.
Promotion! I ain't having none of that from these goblins. And I'm gonna reach down, and I'm gonna pick up Luthok, and I'm gonna use my lay on hands to heal him 10 points of HP.
10 points.
10
Oh,
points.
damn.
All of it.
Nice.
I ain't hearing all that
Yeah.
noise.
Woo! Killed it.
And yeah, that's all I can do. That's all I'm allowed to do.
Well, you can move.
That'd be silly. And it's my turn.
That's a good point.
But I heal you.
Yeah.
Promotion is up.
Yellow, seeing Zabrak had died, yells out to the goblins around him to keep attacking, and he makes another attack against Lucian. With his great axe. D12. And your AC's 15. And that's gonna be a hit.
Is it?
Or I don't know, is it?
He throws up the shield.
You put your AC what,
At 20.
A 20? Yeah, so it turns into a miss. So you see this, you barely have time to react. You see this great axe just coming down, rain slapping off the top of the blade, and it just crack makes this nasty like metal on metal sound as it hits your shield and pops around you.
I laugh at him.
So you have shield on. So you have a 20 AC.
I don't laugh
Okay.
like that, Nanda.
You do now.
Apparently, the Three Stooges over here.
Dummy! Is that end your turn? Oh, no, never mind. That ends his
Wasn't
turn.
my turn.
Yeah.
So it ends his turn.
That ends his turn.
Can we imagine for 1 second that was your turn?
No.
My ex moves over to the other bugbear.
Alright.
Look at
I
me.
use my bonus action to do
You are the
that.
captain now.
And then I use Eldritch Blast. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I missed.
It's not great, guys.
It's not great.
I know it can't be.
I'm pretty sure an 11 misses.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once again, like losing your footing in the mud this time, you go to cast Eldritch Blast and it just zips by, going wide over the top.
Yep.
To never be seen again in the distance. Because I don't know what happens to magic after you cast a spell.
Yeah, does it like...
I imagine it fades. It has a range.
Does it have like projectile drop where eventually it's just gonna hit something?
Or is it just a star, like an anime
Yeah.
star?
Like fucking Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, it's my
If you
turn.
knock someone out, they just...
Alright.
Bless you.
Alright. Top of the order. Nothing happens.
Sorry, chat.
Bless your ears.
How much can I get around the bugbear and get over by this table using my movement of 30 feet without entering his threat range?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Nope.
Let me read this spell real quick.
I mean, you're already in his threat range, so...
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
Oh, well, fuck me. I'm gonna fucking... If I'm in his threat range, I'm just gonna fucking rotate here.
So you're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25?
Haha, I can't. I'll hit it. Never mind. I'll stay where I am. Kill us all.
Yeah, it's a really... I was looking, I was like, it's a 15-foot
Listen,
cube.
somebody at this table once said, like, you know, you can make the dex save. So,
Yeah, at the time I could.
Alex.
I didn't tell him that he could make the deck save. I just did
Sent
it.
you a
Yeah.
message.
Is it?
so what's the dildo?
I'm gonna use...
Did you just say what's the dildo?
Hey,
Family friendly.
I
Come on
couldn't tell if it
it's
was...
family friendly.
I'm gonna...
Kinda. Teen friendly.
If you don't think these teenagers who might be watching,
They've never heard of a adult.
I mean, the
toy.
first comment.
Yeah.
The first comment was Amanda said the wooden p word.
what are you doing?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to look at Luthok and just kind of yell out, "You have the power!" and cast Healing Word on him in a bonus action.
Okay.
You have
Alright.
the
And he
power.
gains 6 health back. And then
And you're getting right back up there.
and I will take a strike out at the promoted.
The promoted. Right.
Let me make sure I'm using the right dice. I am. Does a 14? So 14. Does a 17 hit
It does.
for 6 damage or 5 damage? Sorry.
For 5 damage.
Dropping no shit. Sasha, give it to me.
'Cause I
I caught it like 8
call it out,
times.
pull my sword out, and just kind of do a quick jab right in the chest.
Sasha has
Going
Oh
for
yeah,
that
it
little-
hits him. You can hear it make solid contact with the chainmail and padded clothing cloth underneath, but you don't see any blood.
Not so padded.
Nope.
No.
That ends my turn. Going up to Lumi. Lucian, you're on deck.
I'll try and hit the guy. Try and hit that goblin.
Which one, green or blue?
Green.
Okay. Get him. Big rolls.
Big rolls.
Big rolls. Big worm.
Not so
Does
big roll.
14 hit?
It does not.
God damn
It does
it.
not.
No. No.
So this time, aim's not true. Again, just tink off the rock nearby.
Give him a hard glare.
He readies the bow, and you're pretty sure he mutters something anti-tabaxi.
Racist.
Well, what did I hear?
And
You don't
Something
want
about mongrel.
Oh.
I shoot a look back at you. Like, you can take all that?
Yeah, so do I.
Sorry, guys.
Hard.
and then I'm gonna use my movement to go down and around that spike in the back.
You want to go where? Back here?
Yeah.
Are you gonna cunning action hide?
25?
Yep.
There you
Hide. Bonus action hide.
go. Okay. Make your stealth check.
Oh, 14 plus
19.
19?
19.
14 plus 19? That's a lot.
How'd you get that plus 19?
Yeah, Mike.
I don't know.
7 plus 4 is 19.
It was on the character sheet when I generated it.
It's D&D Beyond's fault, guys. Who's
Alright.
next?
That's it.
That would be me.
Okay.
Go
Do I see a referee anywhere? Because they're throwing out some technicals right now.
I know, right?
You know what? Lucian's still feeling, cramped up right now, so he takes out his second dagger.
Oh, God.
Goes in for the stab.
As I'm bending over Luke.
Someone needs to
Go
take
in
those
and
away
roll
from
the
Of the
stab.
promotion. Yeah, that's a 9.
That's a miss.
Daggers are not your style,
But
they're so edgy.
I stick it into his armor. It doesn't go in to
No.
hurt him.
Yeah, not even a
But
little
then I
bit.
just let go of it and leave it in his armor.
Alright.
Whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna walk away because I'm scared.
Next up is going to be Luthok, because Zabrak is dead.
Blue thought.
Oh, Ruthok's gonna get up.
Oh, he's gonna get up.
Gobbo's on deck.
And he's gonna rage again because he's so mad he got beat by goblins. And then I'm gonna go like I'm gonna hit the goblin in front of me, and then I'm gonna whip around and try and cleave the other goblin's head off
Alright, cool. Make your attack.
with my.
Recklessly?
You already got this.
Yeah, they already have advantage. I mean, fuck it. Let's do this thing.
The hesitation was real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an intelligence of 8. Leave it alone. 20!
Oh,
Oh!
it's dead.
And because no, but I want to roll the damage. Let me have this.
Double.
So I rolled a
dead.
7,
Double.
and then I rolled a 1, which isn't much better, but I'm an orc, so I get to roll another one, which is a 3. So 11, 14, 13, 14.
Plus 2.
Yeah, plus 3, 14 points of damage.
Math is hard, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you just cut him straight down the middle. Comes from the top, you hear the crack of the skull and goes down, the busting of the ribs, and he just splits in half and just falls to the ground.
Yeah, and I spin back around, sliding my axe through his entrails, and I sneer at the goblin in front of me.
Visibly shaking.
Yeah, fuck you.
You're pretty sure it might have urinated
Fuck
itself.
you.
And I had my
You can't-
turn.
It's hard to tell because it's raining lightly.
I had my turn.
Gobbo.
It is
Red.
now- Yeah.
Frantically attacks back to attempt to defend itself.
I'm really mad.
What now, son?
And that's a hit.
I did not calculate for this.
For 6 slashing.
Oh no. Whatever shall I do? But I'm mad.
Green.
So it's okay.
And blue both take shots at the fucking smart ass bard. So the first one.
Hear you cracking jokes in the back.
Couple
Gonna
pop
be a
shots.
hit
Oh.
for 3 piercing. And blue's attack is gonna be a miss. This whizzes by you harmlessly. And that ends the goblin's turn.
Green hit me, you said? Or blue hit me?
Green hit you.
Green hit.
You're all.
Alpharus is
I'm gonna
next.
remember this.
This will not go unpunished.
Theo will remember this.
Yeah.
Theo will remember this action.
Okay.
I'm gonna move to flank the last promoted bugbear.
Okay.
And I'll probably take an attack opportunity
From red, yeah.
Yeah.
From both? Oh no, you're still in
It's
his.
from
Yeah.
So red lashes out at you as you walk by.
Both.
That's a crit.
Oh! Fatal mistake. Did you not see Thielen?
For 13 slashing damage.
Take notes, Thalen.
Take notes.
All signs point to attacks of opportunity go nowhere good.
Oh, it's all
Let them waste their reactions first.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Let's take advantage of that.
But do I maintain?
Let your teammates take hits first.
But do I
Then
maintain
get-
concentration with faith? I don't.
Oh, shield of faith
Concentration.
drops. Okay.
But I don't need it anyways, because I'm going for the kill. As I'll use my bardic inspiration with
Dun dun dun.
some advantage.
With some advantage? Just a little bit? Like
A little bit of advantage.
Okay.
A little bit, like an extra dice. And I go in with the long sword. Let's see. We got a +5, plus inspiration of 6. So we're looking at a 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to throw my last spell slot. I'm going to smite him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, bring out this damage. Let's see what you got.
Alright. So we're looking at... We're looking at 13 slashing damage.
13
and
slashing?
And 7 radiant.
Oh damn.
Oh shit.
20 days
Oh, yeah,
in the
you-
county jail.
You come in with the sword, and you come in with a straight thrust, goes in, the smite comes through and just blows his midsection out backwards, sending blood and gore out behind him, and he drops to the ground.
Ew, that means it hit me!
Yep. Splatters all over Thalen and
You should have
Lucian.
worn your parka.
You were sitting in the splash zone.
Yeah!
I just see the tip of a blade come through
Yeah.
the other side and then
And how much movement do I have left?
You used
15?
15, I believe. Yeah, 15.
Well, I'll
you have
use
15.
whatever it takes to go up and over that little bench and go for these archers as I let them know
5,
what's up.
10, 15.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm hitting you anyway, I don't care. You ruined it for me. Bastard.
Oh.
Come charging through.
Yeah.
You pick up you grab the fucking the chair end of the table. And you throw it out of the way.
Yeah, I'm not done here. As I come charging at him with prayers on my lips and faith in my back.
Nice.
Which may have been a short sword, but faith in my back.
May or may not have been a short sword.
That is my turn.
All right.
Hey, Riken, did I
Second.
feel any of that?
Riken's up.
Did I feel any of that HP come to me?
No.
Any of that
No, you
feel
did. Let's get this over with and cast another Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Whatever shall I do?
So yeah.
It's been working for you so far.
I moved the hex to red, and then I hit him with the Eldritch Blast. You know.
All
You
right.
are really spicing things up.
Oh, that's it this time.
Yeah. Solid.
Solid damage, though, for sure.
That's 8 damage.
All right, yeah. So you strike him,
Four of
and
it's
you
necrotic.
blow his arm off, and it comes flying through the air with its scimitar in it, and just like keels over dead.
Oh! Does any of that feel good? Come over.
Matter of fact, no.
Yeah.
It doesn't. And I casually stroll 30 feet forward. You know.
Casually.
Like a boss.
Okay.
And then it's my turn.
All right.
Okay. It is top of the order. Anything happen? Cool.
No.
I'm gonna walk forward 30 feet.
Okay.
As I begin walking forward, mutterings and murmurings begin to echo off as the goblins hear. The one who shot me begins to hear distant noises and whispers and howls and echoes as He just feels the very essence of the abyss trying to drag him in, and I cast Dissonant Whispers on him. He must make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. He fails.
As he suddenly drops into a severe pain, taking 3d6 sight hit damage, and immediately use its reaction, as if available, move as far away from me as possible, as speed allows.
Okay.
Oh, shit!
Wow!
17 damage of
Oh, he
psychic
dies.
force.
It falls, crumbles to the ground, grasping at its head, writhing in pain and flipping on the ground and turning over and over, screaming in agony, and it just goes completely silent as this last breath leaves its lips.
That's so sad.
And using the last of my actions, I turn at Blue, who's the funny man now. And I end my turn glaring at Blue.
All right.
And that ends my turn going blue.
Psycho. You're a fucking psycho.
There's the Joker out here.
Who's up?
It's me.
Lumi.
I'm going to use all of me movement.
Oh. 60 feet?
No.
Backseat. Running around?
No, actually, I'm gonna go back up to the where I was before.
Okay.
The wood P word?
The wood P word.
The
25.
word
Palisade?
P word, and I would like to use my action to do. I will, since I'm on higher ground, I want to do a perception check to see if there's any more goblins heading this way or
Okay.
what the commotion's going to
Any
be.
signs of the enemy?
Signs of the enemy. That is a 19.
As far as you can tell, it looks like most of the rest of the goblins have scattered back in camp.
And I yell out to the group, it looks like you guys scared them off. Looks like they're all heading back. Shouldn't we be heading out anyways? We already accomplished what we needed to. And I know I something like that.
Okay.
No. No, we didn't. There's a 14 hit.
What'd you cast?
Firebolt.
No, it misses.
I was like, don't hit me, bro.
Yeah.
Don't
I
kill
just
me,
I
bro.
don't have it. I don't have it in
This
me.
guy,
I
don't kill me, bro.
don't have it in me to get hit by an ally twice.
That makes it Luthok's turn.
Move thought.
Stop.
Oh, damn goblins got more AC than I thought.
How far away is the goblin in front of Alfarius? Is he more than 30 feet?
Yeah.
That's the only one alive, by the way.
I'm gonna drop my axe, and then reach back and pull out a javelin, move within 20 feet of said goblin.
Have faith. Have
Wait.
faith. Have faith. Faith.
Bring it in.
Faith.
We all gotta pray.
Faith.
We all gotta pray.
Faith.
With said javelin.
Oh,
real low. You're fine.
it was real low, but it wasn't one.
I'm super bad. So I pull out my javelin, I just throw, and it goes wide.
Yeah.
No,
Goes
it go-
real wide. Goes like way wide. All the way to the back of the camp wide.
I listen. Do I hear a goblin cry out in pain?
No, but you hear just a thud, crack.
Damn it.
And like the
Crack!
sound that wood makes, like after you throw it and it hits a couple times.
Oh,
Yeah.
does it sound broken? I'm a poor barbarian.
Another one. That makes it the goblin's turn. The single
Goblin drops its short bow, pulls out its scimitar, it just raises its arm, just attacks.
He does.
One critical coming up.
Yeah, thank you.
Damn. Still a hit, but not a critical.
Ooh.
So you take 8 slashing damage.
Oh, that's enough. Drop me down.
Well, that's
Oh,
terrible.
man. I fucking matched your AC right on it, man.
Does that end the goblin's
19.
turn?
One shy. Yes, it does.
No, he has,
One shy of a critical.
he has a legendary action.
Yeah, I know, right?
We are live.
We're live.
Alive.
Hi. Come on.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back from the break. We had a very minor critical technical difficulty.
Thanks, Windows.
Yeah, thank you, Windows. You're great. You
Spot
know,
on.
but nothing against Mixer. I'm just, you know. please don't ban us. We know Bill Gates is listening.
I'm sure he has an implant or something that just like, you know, he just hears everything.
He knows all, sees all.
Yeah.
He is the
It's probably tapped into our cameras right now.
But yeah, so now we're back. And it was fantastic. We all had a nice little break. Took some time away from the
Aptly
table.
timed.
Yeah. But we're happy to be back and get right back into combat, which is wrapping up, I think, here pretty quickly. So
Yeah.
I think it's our Warlock's turn.
Yeah.
Roykin.
Alright, the hex moves to the blue goblin there.
Oh, does it?
It does.
What if it doesn't? What if I just say you can't hex anybody anymore?
I would
Yeah.
just be
Tired of that.
I'd be sad.
What otherworldly patron is this goblin aligned with that prevents it from getting hexed?
God.
His name is Andy.
And survey says 10 points.
Come on, Rocky.
What'd you
You
roll to
can
hit?
do it.
I rolled a 18 to hit
Oh, you
and damn near max damage here, so
damn near.
Damn.
near.
Damn.
So it'd be 13 plus 18 damage.
Oh, he's dead. Again, he explodes in a shower of body parts, blood and gore all over the place and leaves a smoldering little crater that used to be a goblinoid.
Yep. So I sheath my sword, crack my knuckles.
For realsies.
That was good.
You sheathers? You had your sword.
So, as you cast Eldritch Blast and you obliterate him from this realm, you guys settle in looking around. You hear in the distance the sound of goblins in retreat, leaving the battlefield. The rain has slowed to a minor drip every once in a while. And you look upon the ruins of the camp, the smashed tents and the boulder, and the path of destruction had carved rolling through the center of the camp and all the goblins that crushed along the way.
Do we go?
Um,
Do we run?
Seeing Alphyrus on the ground, I'm going to use my last spell slot and gently just kind of tap his foot like, hey, people are watching. Get up. You're embarrassing yourself. And cast Healing Word.
Pretty sure that's mockery.
Yeah.
The words is mockery.
Yeah, you gain a good 4 health back.
Ooh.
You're breathing.
But no, really, do we go? I thought we weren't supposed to let any of them get away.
No. It doesn't matter.
We weren't supposed to let anyone get away because they would they'd go get more people.
What? No. He said once the Zabrak and the other bugbears were dead, they would scatter.
Into the forests.
With Luthok, I could have swore he said not to let any get away.
I don't care.
Wait, what about? Aren't we supposed to be looking for some hidden treasure?
Right.
There's more camp ahead, right? You're saying there's more camp off in the distance?
Yeah, like, overall, it looks like maybe the camp is, like, all packed into, like, this maybe 100 feet through the space. The boulder basically decimated the majority of it, including the tent from where Zabrak probably was.
They said that as soon as we kill Zabrak, everyone, as soon as they find out that their leader has fallen, would flee into the forest, and then we would be able to get the treasure.
Right.
Oh. There you go. Well, then do we start looking?
Well, how far is? Are you okay?
I stand up out of the mud, using my long sword to push myself up. Where's Finley?
I look up back at where the rock was. Is Finley there?
No.
Rat bastard.
We heard them. We heard what sounded like sounds in the back, towards the back of the camp. Right?
Mhm.
If I remember proper.
Been pushed to the back and
You have
stay
an
on
intelligence of
guard.
8.
You want to dig through Zabrak's tent real quick? We want to push forward.
Push to the back now while we have the initiative.
Fair enough. Let's move.
I
What the
try and
dragon said.
help Alfarius along.
Good, I do need the help.
Yeah.
Fucking hurt. But I don't show it.
I hold out a potion. for
I
you.
was shocked. Oh, big dragon.
I hold out a potion.
Like, I take it. You've done a lot for me.
Absolutely.
I drink it. Could you do a little bit more for me? Give me 2d4.
Just one more favor.
Just one more.
I always have 2d4 at the ready.
Oh wow, yeah, your potion is good.
9 health.
9 health. Good.
Yeah.
This man, he knows how to heal.
No, is it 2d4 plus 4? Or is it 2d4 plus 2?
Plus 2.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. The bigger potion does 2.
1d4 plus 1 for each.
That's what I thought.
So you guys going through checking the camp to find Finley and Brog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Push to the back.
Yeah, so you kind of meander through most of these small like tents made out of like hide and animal fur, and these small little pot fires, and you see the larger tent where the boulder had like crashed through and sending all kinds of what looks like mainly just like silverware and a bunch of other junk just flying all over the grounds. You know, every once in a while seeing like a dead goblin that you step over. Finally, you come to like the opposite side of the boulder, and you see Finley and Brog there. And Brog is just like has this goblin in this like chokehold, and you just hear the snap of the windpipe, and he just kind of tosses it aside, and it rolls through the ground. And you hear Finley, "Oh, no, hurry up, Brog! All right, now we gotta find the let's find the treasure." And then he turns around, and sees you guys there. Oh, there you are. We were just about to go look for it, so that we can find it all together. Hopefully, it's in the same place it was the last time I was here.
Yeah, don't worry, we killed the leader.
Oh, well, that's good news. At least now that's one less thing that Brog and I have to worry about.
You did good, Finley. Definitely earned your 60% so far.
Yeah? Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, I think so. I mean, the boulder was brilliant. You probably wouldn't have done that or thought of it.
Probably not.
He just
No.
looks around.
No, definitely
He's
not.
just like,
He knows where to look at.
it's like, well, all right, follow me then. And he kind of goes all the way to the back, and there you see this like pile of like crates. And he tells Brog to start picking them up, and he starts picking them up one at a time and like throwing them, and just tossing all this junk. And you see there's like furs and a bunch of other normal stuff getting tossed everywhere, like cookware and such. And then he goes down and with the stick, his short sword, and he starts like tapping the ground. It's like in places, and finally you hear like a thud. Again, thud. It's all right, Brog, come over here. He reaches down, pulls up this big old panel of like straight wood, and just lifts it up. And there you see, like buried in the ground, is this big old chest. Is it? Well, this is our take. This is everything that he has that's of any real value. I mean, you feel free to go scavenge through the goblin huts and remains if you wish, but I guarantee you won't really find very much. The bugbears like to keep everything to themselves. And you see Brog like elbow him, and he's like, "Ah, son of a bitch." It's like, fine, most bugbears. Let me correct myself. You know, Brog's an exception here. He's not really like most bugbears. I mean, yeah, sure, he's a huge brute, but he's not. No, you'll get to know him. You'll see him. Anyways, so he opens up the chest,
Missed one sound.
and
What do we get?
Did you hear those
well,
birds?
so 60%, and he goes and starts digging through, and you can hear a bunch of coins and stuff, and he starts pulling out things, and like you see him pull like a couple of like sapphire topped rods, a couple of other choice pieces. He grabs this like very ornate dagger, and he grabs a like a couple of like maybe potions, probably potions of healing from what you're looking at. And he grabs this tome, this large tome with some arcane inscriptions on it. He takes that and pockets that as well. And then he grabs this this ring. Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, well, that's pretty much everything that I think is worth anything. Feel free to split the rest of it for the most part." You know, and he kind of climbs back out of the hole. Brog picks him up.
Hey, Finley, I have a question for you.
No.
It's rude.
What do you want? What do you want? You have an angle. I can tell. I can read it in your face.
My face is very rude, yes. That tome.
Yes?
How much?
Man, no, it's not for sale.
Wait, hold on. I looked down in the hole. Do I see like stuff or just leftover coins?
You can tell there's a bunch of other stuff in there as well.
There's actually stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I was like, well, there's some stuff down there, but he was saying that he took anything he thought was worth of value, not necessarily the split. Watch that frickin' goblin.
It's 60%. We didn't say that. I got my 60%, and whether it's in single items or in full coin, it's 60% split. It's a 60 split. That's what we agreed upon.
I don't really deal with this kind of crap. Does it look like he got 60%? I don't know. Lumi, you're familiar with stuff.
Trinket check. Blinky check.
Blinky check. Blinky check, Lumi. Does it look like he's fucking ripping us off?
Can I do a perception check to see if I can decipher, like, you said it was an arcane tome, but, like, if there's, like, a name, anything I caught a glimpse of?
Make a perception check.
She's only interested in
20 modified.
Modified 20.
Modified 20.
Checks
Modified
are always
20.
modified.
Well, 16 plus
He didn't really catch a title or a name. He kind of just pocketed it really fast from the angle where you were at. There's some of it was blocked. It was a sizable tome for the most part. That's all you could see.
Is there a particular reason why you're taking that arcane tome, Finley?
Yeah, because it's worth a lot to the right people.
Is there anything specific? Like,
Well,
it
it's magic.
special?
Magic goes high.
Whoa.
Yes.
Lumi, not just the tome, but what about all the other stuff he was grabbing? Look.
Well,
Does that look like it's 60% of the value?
well, a
What's in
ring's
this
a ring.
chest?
He took a
You know
sapphire. Well, let's see what else is in, and I take a look at the chest, see if there's anything else as I dig through.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, I mean, just kind of looking at it, you're looking at probably like 3,000 copper pieces, like 1,000 silver pieces, like a couple hundred, 200 gold pieces. Like you start just digging through it, and there's like you get this box of candles. They're really ornate and this really fine looking wax. It's probably you could probably get like 20 GP worth of it. There's a leather belt and a rabbit fur sash that's really nice looking. They're probably worth like 50 GP. You find a spell scroll of Burning Hands, a spell scroll of Guiding Bolt, a spell scroll of Hellish Rebuke, a spell scroll of Sleep, and 3 potions of healing.
Guiding bolt, sacred.
Burning Hands, Guiding
Burning
Bolt,
Hands.
Hellish Rebuke, Sleep.
That's what I got.
I have guiding bolt, hellish
rebuke.
rebuke, and then a potion of healing.
3.
3.
Did you get the sleep one?
Yep. Looks like we have a couple of spell squirrels, a rabbit stash, leather belt, box of candles, bunch of gold, silver, and copper, potions of healing. But I'm just really curious about that arcane. that
Well, you can
arcane
be as
stone.
curious as you like, but you're not getting it. It's
I just
mine.
take
I
it
earned
back?
it. I found it the first time, and he took it from me. I'm taking it back.
Oh, so it has meaning to you.
Yeah,
Is there
because I
anything-
found it first and it was mine.
Where did you find it from?
It's really none of your business. I don't think I know you well enough.
Oh, we're getting to be friendly here, Finley. Like, I can tell you a little bit about me if you could just tell me something about that arcane tomb. Just the title of it.
I can't read the title
Why?
because I can't read it.
Well, what language is it in?
I don't know.
Well, if I can at least read the title of it for you, or maybe one of my companions can. We won't take it from me. I just want to know.
Well, no, it's too bad. All right, I'm keeping it to myself, and that's that. Look, that's 60% of the value. I'm good. There's plenty of other stuff in there for the rest of you.
Can
Split it.
I do an insight check to see if he's being honest about the 60-40 take?
What do you mean?
I want to see if he's being truthful about he really did take 60%.
Sure. Go ahead.
I think it's 11. 11.
At her.
It could be over. It could be under. Not sure. You'd have to single-handedly appraise each item he pulled out to know for sure.
I just really want to know about that.
But he pocketed like 50 to 60 gold pieces plus the individual items. So
The sapphire runs. He took a tome and he took a ring.
I don't know if he's screwing us or if he's being nice, but I ain't got much to stand in here, so he's good. I'm gonna go take my cut.
It's stuff we wouldn't have found anyway. Don't forget, we're also getting that 100 gold from the guard.
True.
not only that, but I gave you the information that you need to go into the ruins of Warren and get rid of the Grey Jacks.
It's true.
That's true.
And now that I know that I can trust you and that we can work together, and that you won't try to take everything, as he points at the tabaxi,
I just
mind
want to
your
know
business.
I just want to know the title.
God, your people just don't let up at times. You know that?
No, you
It's
say
like, I can
trust
give you
her.
the exact number
Never
of
mind.
the Grey Jacks and their positions and the name of the leader.
No, you say you
What?
trust her, but
I'll
you
take
won't
that.
let her read
Yeah, we'll
the
take that.
book.
You can write, yeah. You're smart for a
yeah.
goblin.
I know enough. I
Write
speak
that down.
common. I write it down.
Write that down.
Yeah, sure.
Works for me.
Yeah, deal's a deal.
Yeah, deal's a
We need
deal.
I need an informant in the field, anyways.
Yeah, and then business partner, associate, less
Work.
informant.
What could work for you could work for me. What could work for all of us.
Well, for sure, I see that right now that you're a group of individuals who are capable of getting things done. Because this by no means would have been an easy task overall.
Well, if he's supposed to be like your informant, co-worker, whatever, how are you even going to get a hold of him in the future? Is just going to stumble upon him again?
He'll find me if he needs something done.
What if you need something
And if it
done?
fits my criteria, I may help you do it.
I'm around.
That's
But
all
what
If you're going to
needs
take
it?
out the Grey Jacks, that might as well just wipe my debt completely clean on their end, aside from what I might give them now in order to attain some other information that I'm looking for. Which, is my own business, and I have my own agendas.
So the Grey Jacks are who you owe this sizable debt to, right? If we go and we take him out, perhaps we can just take on, like, you would kind of owe us a little bit.
Now,
A little bit.
The Grey Jacks are a middleman. They work for somebody else that I may or may not owe money to.
Oh, so it wouldn't actually negate your debt. It would just make it harder for this other person to find it.
It would cut the leash.
Well, we worked with a goblin. We haven't been stabbed by him yet. I call it a success.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think this all worked out well. I believe that this is pretty fair enough. He took items that I am very curious about, but maybe I just need to be more friendly with him so he can give me the information I seek.
Yeah, if any of you guys want more, go ahead and search the camp. I know Zabs would have had the best stuff on him, so.
Yeah, well, it looks like the best stuff he hid away, like the little fellow was saying.
Well, the best stuff for killing or trying to keep him alive, probably back on his body.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and on our way back, let's check around, see if he has. Well, he was fighting with a board with nails in it and shit.
Yeah.
Was it morning?
Morning Star.
Morningstar.
Morningstar.
That's a very fancy word for what he was fighting with.
Wait a minute. What is a Morningstar? No, honestly, I don't know. Wait a minute. What is a Morningstar?
Isn't a Morning
It's
Star?
like a.
Yeah, I know it's a big it's like a heavy two-handed weapon, right?
It's like a spike.
No, it's
It's
a.
a.
spike ball mace.
It's
It's
like a mace with a ball at the end, but the ball has a bunch of fucking spikes.
That sounds heavy.
Yeah.
Well, it would be
Oh, yeah.
heavy, but you can use it with one hand.
Or it could be a stick with nails in it.
Isn't
It
that
depends
just
on
a
your
mace?
perspective.
Isn't a morning
Not if it
star
has nails
basically
in
a
it,
mace?
then it's a morning star.
A mace is
Well,
for
then-
bludgeoning, and a morning star is for piercing.
It's
Well,
for
gentlemen, let's
aggressive
let's
piercing.
not get distracted from the main point so thinly. What information can you give us of the ruins of Warren? Like you were mentioning the leader of the Grey Jacks.
Yeah, I'll have all the information and I'll give it to you.
Just making sure before we all get sidetracked. Bling. So.
So he pulls out this parchment from inside his cloak. He hands it up to you. It looks like a sealed letter.
Oh, we better unseal it right now, because we're going to get out of here and it's going to be blank.
Okay. I'll open up the seal.
Never trust a goblin.
What does it read?
Yeah, I mean it gives the location. It says that there's 15 individuals attached to the Greyjacks, and it says that their leader's name is Carus, Carus.
Curse. Okay.
And they're holed up on basically the shore of the river. And they're not always there. They go in and out and move the goods when they come in shipments. And it gives you like a fixed schedule. And the next fixed arrival of goods, according to Finley's information, is 5 days from now.
I read that out loud so everyone hears the information. So 5 days, gentlemen. 5 days to the shores. How far, out of character, how far would that be?
Well, it's 3 days back to Greencrest, and then it's another day of travel from Greencrest to Warren.
So that gives us about 4 days from now. So a day that we could supply, stock up, do what we need to do before we head on out. Go to Greencast, takes 3 days. Spend 1 day or half a day and then travel out.
Absolutely. Rest up a bit.
Get things going. Well, I think the information here is all clear. Once again, thank you, Finley.
Oh, no problem. It's been a pleasure. I look forward to doing more business with you in the future.
We look forward to it too.
I do, actually. It wasn't a horrible incident, but it works.
So now that you trust us, you're not going to pull any stunts. You can
Well,
just
trust is a
walk.
strong word.
You can just walk away and we can walk off.
So you're going back to Greencrest, though, yes?
No, actually I'm not.
Where are you going?
I got my own places to be, my own things to do. I'll be heading north, that's about enough.
Well, if you find anything interesting on the way, you know how to contact us.
I do.
Perfect. I think it's time we part ways.
Yeah. Everyone hold on to your coin purses. So I look at Finley with a smile.
Yeah. That's probably a good idea. Come on, Brog, let's go. Hits him or and they leave. Start heading out back towards the cave.
Cool.
And we're just going to head straight back to Greencrest then?
Yeah, I think that's probably for the best.
Would be nice.
Stop by, check a body or two.
Yeah, check the rest of the camp. Well,
Maybe see what was in his tent that exploded.
Very well. Let's head back. So, as we go to walk out, we're going to check around the tents and
The body and
stuff. We're going to investigate. For stuff.
Investigate. Me too. Because I want to find some blinkies.
Check out their weapons, see if anything's good or if it's all tetanus swords.
Tetanus sword.
Tetanus on a sword.
Tetanus on a sword. I would like to have my sword enchanted
What's
with
the
tetanus.
roll for tetanus?
here for recruits.
Oh man, that was
Yeah, so just digging through all the random junk, you find an assortment of all kinds of basic garbage. Garments, nothing of any real value. Just digging through some of the goblins' pockets, you manage to scrounge up like an extra 100 copper pieces or so between everything. And Zabrak himself, his armor's shot and his weapon basically destroyed. He had 10 gold pieces on him in his coin purse. But he also had parchment on him as well. And the only thing that's on it is this emblem of like this tri-headed snake, which you recognize as the official heraldry of an oath.
Ooh.
Is there anything else on the parchment, or just that symbol?
Just that symbol, very crudely drawn in like just terrible ink.
I take his head and I pull out my rusty spoon
Oh shit.
I've been wanting to see where this is going.
and I climb up onto the wood P words, gripping his head. I say, "It's time to perform the Genrook." And I reach out with my rusty spoon and I pop one of his eyes out. And then I place his head on one of the spikes and I reach up under and I wet my hand with his blood. And then I write across it, "Thurrock, the ruinous power." I know their
Does he impale
place.
his hand on the spike?
No.
And I told this is 8. I'm not going to impale my hand on a spike.
Well,
People on Reddit would disagree.
And then I take the eye I popped out and I drop it on the ground and I step on it.
Alright.
My work's done here. And it's in Orcish, so I don't know if you guys can read it.
Well, they don't need to now.
Fuck! My mysterious, my edgelord stuff.
Anyways.
Anyway.
So you guys dig through camp. You don't really find anything else of value. Anything that, the boulder crushed his tent. So.
Yeah.
Well then, now that Luthog's done, I don't know, mutilating a corpse. Ready to go home?
Well, I think Riken would agree on this. You may have more experience. Hey, we need something to prove we
Don't ask
actually killed
questions
these
you don't want
guys.
answers to.
Besides, over time, nobody getting robbed.
Left ears. They're easy to carry.
We've got a head.
I don't want to carry a
that's
whole
taken.
head. I don't want a whole head.
That's taken. Would,
Yeah, you're fucking right, it's taken.
would a bugbear's ear be recognizable as a bugbear? Is it like,
It could be, yeah.
more than a human.
I don't know.
Their teeth?
I mean, would a guard captain be like, oh yeah, it's definitely a bugbear?
Why don't you get
All the
his?
colors of
Why don't we
the
chop off
goblins
his
are easy.
mohawk?
They're green. So
Yeah,
we'll take goblin ears.
a handful of goblin ears.
And a bugbear's scalp? They're fuzzy.
Oh, yeah, they're fur. That is a good.
How about the
Yeah.
mohawk?
What's it?
That's his easiest.
What's a defining feature on a bugbear?
They have these kind of short, like almost snout-like noses, for the
I'm not
most
doing
part.
that. I'm not doing that.
Oh, I'm doing it.
I'm not doing it.
Whatever.
Teeth, very goblinoid, bigger, but they're very goblinoid.
Just take their fucking nose and I walk up and I start ripping off their head.
Oh, come on. No, don't do that. Oh,
You guys hear
jeez.
as he rips the nose right off.
I'm getting tired of this.
How
It's just
far
body
back?
parts.
Do you have a bag?
This fucking goddamn his brain's leaking out. Oh, no.
I know. I have a stick.
So you need a bag then, because this is disgusting.
Yeah, I take the noses and I run a stick through the nose holes, and then I have like a little kebab of noses. And
Two of
I
them?
put it in my bag.
Ah.
Yeah, well, it's a tube, Bob. It's a tube thing. Want to put the ears on here?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can go around and get some ears.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
You know, if they don't want to keep it, we could always
I
cook
pull
it
out
up
an empty
later.
bag. Do you want a bag? Because this is disgusting.
No, I pull out like now that you like look and stuff. Like my bag is not like pristine. It's dirty. It has a couple wear spots on it. Maybe some mildew. Whatever. It works as a bag.
I'm just saying their innards can leak into this.
Whatever. Fit form function.
Oh, please stay downwind.
Throw them in.
Your sandwich stack.
Maybe we should let Uthok be and leave with that.
Absolutely, I think you should take.
It'll take a little while for it to really start to stink. Calm down.
I'm talking about the
Now,
rest of
if
you.
you think that's bad, smell the bag.
Again,
I run off.
I seen you put that, and I was assuming it was terrible.
Whatever.
It's not the smell, it's the image.
Yeah, well, it's in the
It's
bag
not
now,
so
so
bad.
don't worry about it.
You gotta take trophies. He's not wrong.
I can buy a new bag with 100 gold.
So what's the plan then? Head back to Greencrest?
Yep.
Yeah, the lights are green, aren't they? No, play. Oh, for the record, the lights are green.
That was a great way to earn yourself disadvantage.
Oh, no. Well,
Permanently. until
I
I
was
feel like
trying to
I'm
be
not
smart.
mad
I have an
anymore.
intelligence of 8. Oh.
Before I leave, I want to go over to the giant boulder and just say a quick prayer. So I just want to thank the Pantheon for guiding our party and keeping us safe, and for having the foresight to put this boulder here.
Nice.
So just how things worked out, and I'll walk away.
Alright.
As before we leave, I pull Alfarius aside. Alfarius, how do I? You kind of bailed me out of a bad situation there. I don't know really much about how you do the things you do, but I'd be careful about doing stuff like that. Because generally, whoever you get your powers from, they don't give shits about orcs. But either way, you did it. Thanks.
You don't gotta think we live up. Together we're strong. As a group, we did this.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying if you keep helping me out, whatever, your God you follow, I don't see that working out well. And I turn and walk. I said my piece.
Okay. So you guys head out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Skipping the 3 days?
Yep.
Skip it 3 days. Skip it 3 days.
Skip 3 days.
So when we get to rest, do we get to rest?
Before the 3 days?
3 days.
Let's
yeah,
roll.
you guys rest on the first night and you guys level to 3.
Yay!
That's when somebody in the chat's gonna be like, oh yeah, complication.
Oh, your complication. You have been denied a level.
You denied a level. Oh, the complications.
Oh shit.
The brutal
Oh
complication.
boy.
It's the moment of truth.
Boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Turns out the Dragonborn caught a cold in that cave.
I just want to do it anyway. I'm gonna do it.
He said it was too cold.
Yay.
Now we're playing a game of Oregon Trail.
Do I get dysentery?
Alright, so that's cool.
Yeah. So you guys gonna take this? Are you guys gonna level?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
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 Yeah. So the party's gonna take a moment to level. This is the third level's big decision making. This is when they legitimately. If you're familiar with D&D, then you know what's happening. But if you're not, then you know the third level is a really important place in the game. It's where you really pick like your character's class and where they start earning all their class features and special abilities. And these are the things that will really define them as each of their individual characters.
I'm already finished.
Dude,
Or you just wing it like our sorcerer does. Yeah.
I'm already done, bro.
You know, spells, whatever.
Amanda,
No, I haven't.
Is there a random spell?
you're gonna have a higher
I
perception.
haven't decided spells and stuff.
Oh,
Are you
then
still going to use the
obviously
Xanathar's one?
I was
Yeah.
kidding when I said I'm done.
Just curious, that's all. There's lots of merits to using the assassin archetype or
Nope.
any of the other ones.
No.
Other than thief, I think that one's useless.
I am literally like staring.
You don't need to take thief in order to get the bonus proficiencies and everything you need to thief well. Like she already does enough
I
as
don't know. I'm going ball
as a rogue anyways.
It's what I see how this character tells backstory is.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
third
so.
level's just meta magic.
Now, so I'm doing performance.
Well, yeah, now you're a
my character's
sorcerer.
performer.
Now you're a
At
sorcerer.
performance.
I'm a real sword.
I mean, this would fit in the bastard.
I'm a real boy.
What's it called?
You're already
There's
good
a
at
track in the night by
Well,
goblins.
no, so
and you
this
hear
is the stuff
all
I'm
the
already
night.
good at that I expertise. So these ones get plus 10s.
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry, Mr. Mouse. So what I want to do is come down here and solve all your problems.
Persuasion works because it fits.
It's one of the best
my-
episodes of South Park ever.
I'm the ambassador. I'm the one who can talk through most situations with the party, so like I feel like that fits.
What are you picking?
So I'm picking College of Swords. I'm going with it. It's how I built my character. It's what I wanted to do since I made him. I like it. So I'm going with it. Now I'm at expertise stage. So now 2 of my things get double proficiency. So I want to take performance because it fits my character. It fits my the showman background. It fits the bard. And I have persuade. And I'm also thinking about taking persuasion because it fits the ambassador. It fits the guy that can handle a situation and talk his way through it. Kind of like how he's made, how my character's plan
Your religious
be. So
pamphlet.
it's so I'm interesting, especially because persuasion goes up to plus 10, so or plus 8 right now. So I'm like, and my other options are perception, investigation, insight, history, and acrobatics. Perception is nice because then my passive goes up by double every time we get a thing, which means I'm going to be very perceptive.
Math the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately I'm just going to go with performance and persuasion because they fit my character more than they do. Because sometimes it's not about making sure you're aware of everything in the universe. Sometimes just making your character better at what you're always good at.
Alright.
Fits.
So
So
with
that's
third
what I'm
level, we gain our cool stuff. But you said my passive goes up?
No. I said mine could go up.
Oh, yours.
I get double proficiency, which means my perception would go up to 6, which means my passive would be at 16.
Sneaks, 2d6.
Schmilz. I suddenly learned magic. That I've been practicing for years. Years, I
Right.
tell you, years.
Kinda done.
I'm done because I'm a barbarian.
Bob.
Wait, no, you got your jack of all trades at second
I'm
level,
done.
dude.
No, jack of all trades means all my
I'm done.
everything I'm not proficient in, I get half proficiency.
Yeah, rounded down.
Rounded down,
Learned my
which means it's a plus. It's a plus.
To any ability check you make that doesn't already include your proficiency bonus. Yeah.
Yep. But
And you
I
got your Song of Rest.
but at level 3 I get expertise, which means
No,
I
you
double. Yeah,
Yeah. He
No,
gets
you
two.
don't.
He gets 2 expertise.
Where?
it's part of the College of Swords,
Oh
No,
yeah.
it's not.
or it's part of the Bard. Then
You don't get it. You're choosing College of Swords.
no, I get all benefits of a Bard and College of Swords.
No.
Yes.
Because I believe bonus expertise is attached to the Valor College or the Lore College.
Nope.
I think it's any bard at level 3.
It's any Bard level 3.
Two
It's part of the Bard.
I just looked at it and I didn't see it.
Do you wanna? Oh, here we go. Here's handbook.
Expertise. Oh, there it is. I didn't go down far enough. Yeah. Choose 2 your skill proficiency. Your bonus is doubled.
Know your role, fullcaster. Know your fucking role.
So yeah, so I took performance and persuasion
Yeah, never mind.
because performance fits the Bard too well for me not to take it, even though I know it's not going to be as handy. And persuasion is just important in general, so
This is true.
because I have a plus 7 to my roll now.
Either way.
Or I got a plus. Yeah, I'll just take it. That works. And then now it's spell time.
Oh, fancy.
Spells.
Yeah, sorcerer at level 3 is pretty easy.
Is it?
Yeah. Choose your meta magic. Choose your extra spell. Done.
Yeah.
Those are 2 big decisions.
Yeah.
Yep. Big decisions. They carry a lot of
Not
weight.
when you've done it already.
Not to be taken lightly.
I guess that's fair. There's not
I've
much.
already thought about these spells.
It would
a
be more
lot
difficult. It would be more difficult if it's your third time getting your first time getting the 3rd level with the sorcerer, and then you have to decide what kind of
What's
meta magic is
optimal.
the best.
Yeah. Which I picked 2 different ones this time. So,
What'd you choose?
well, I picked twinned this time instead of empowered, but quickened, of course.
Okay.
Quickened is probably the best one, and twinned is either the best one or a very close second.
Everyone done?
So I'm a barbarian.
I'm a rogue. I'm helping.
Can I see Xanthars, please?
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
Yeah, once everybody's done, you guys can roll for your skipping your days.
Yes!
Yeah,
Let me.
skipping days.
Let me.
Well, we gotta roll 7 of them.
Hold
No,
on.
6.
7.
Yeah. We have one for the
3
first
days.
one.
7.
Yeah, 1. Then 2 the next
then
day.
2,
Yeah.
which
Then
adds
four,
up
and
to
then
3.
4.
Then
and
4, so
okay.
7.
7.
So
I was thinking
everyone,
one,
so
two,
everyone rolls 1.
Roll
It's
an
the
extra.
easiest way to do it, and then
Neat.
someone roll an extra.
I'm a barbarian.
I'm a barbarian.
Watch it. Better watch it. Better not.
Hi, I'm Alex.
Hi.
Hi!
Hi.
Don't.
Hi.
Don't do this.
Do it again. Do.
My name is Lumi.
Yes, that is your name.
I like to sing better than the bard.
As she's traveling down the road.
Oh, are you guys gonna like stomp the yard?
Definitely
Beef,
skipping.
beef.
She's just skipping down the road to sing better than the bard.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Whole lot.
I like to chew things.
This is true. This is a true song.
Just like bark or something
Mike stares intently into his tablet.
thin plastically.
So lost.
Reading the bard for the 18th time and still not knowing what it does.
So you found your old mind flayer trap.
Okay, I picked my spell. It was very hard.
Assume it has something to do with the word cure at the
Rip
front.
your
No,
ears.
actually, it's not.
Shocker.
Bad mojo.
Yeah.
Hey, I got my assistant spell.
It's bad mojo. You guys have very little healing in the party. For one other character capable of taking healing spells to not take one. Bad mojo.
No, I actually don't think I.
Alright, somebody
cure-
will be the first to die.
Well, so that's the thing.
Don't pick cleric, we'll punch him.
Cure wounds is a first level. I got a second.
Well,
And I have healing word, which is doesn't
well.
heal as much, but I can do it as a bonus action anyway.
Yeah.
Which is. better
What
for me.
about druid?
No.
Is it better for you or is it better for keeping the party alive?
It's better.
Well,
for
that's-
me.
It makes
I'm
sense if
getting
it
punched.
if it's better for you.
It's better for me because the party stays alive longer, and I don't have to get into combat
Well, I better hope I don't
Yeah.
die first then.
because he can go
I'm not
down 7
picking
times,
cleric.
or well, 3 times,
What's so bad?
because
about
that
cleric?
final spell slot's for me running.
Nothing.
There's nothing bad about cleric.
Nothing. I just don't want to play one.
People don't want to play
There's
cleric.
nothing bad with a cleric. Oh, that's fine. And everybody can reap what they sow when you start getting in thicker combat. And the last words Lucian ever heard from his player character was, I don't want to play a cleric.
Cleric of War.
You can't take
Yeah.
charge.
Clerical War is dope, dude. Being able to just like run up and hit someone and then cast Fireball Impact.
Yeah.
Boom!
War doesn't get hot.
Yeah, War doesn't do that actually.
No.
Oh no, that's not like
Or gets an extra attack as a bonus action.
Oh.
Pretty cool.
He gets heavy armor.
And it gets heavy armor proficiency right off the
Yeah.
bat, which is really
Doesn't
strong
cleric
because
get that?
Yeah, spells and armor.
no,
Yep.
no, only the war domain cleric gets heavy armor as a proficiency
Oh,
at first level.
Yeah,
It's like
there's
two
a
hours.
couple other ones that get
Yeah.
heavy,
think so.
but yeah, it's only
Yeah.
certain ones though.
Yeah, I think.
Is it? I
Yeah.
thought it was only war.
I think
Maybe
Forge,
the Forge one does, I guess.
War,
but
Forge.
Xanathar's doesn't really count because we're talking
Well,
base
didn't Tempest?
classes.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Not Tempest.
We'll, we'll go on that.
it was a beautiful trip.
It was
So
finished.
D12s.
I got a 2.
I got a 2.
5.
8.
I got a 12.
Oh.
Oh.
But
And it's all on the dragon as he finds.
You need to
Yeah.
meet or succeed with 11s and 12s.
Okay, and now the extra one.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
12.
It's 12. So it's what, 2
We only
12s?
got 2 out of 7.
Yeah, so you're good. So it's uneventful.
Lame.
On the third night, you reach Greencrest late in the evening. The town's already winding down. The lights are going out. The lamps are being put in by the workers in the streets, and you reach. I assume the dusty dog, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Back to the D-dog.
Is Herc there?
No, you don't see him.
Motherfucker.
Dude, he pays people to run that shit.
Yeah,
That's
why does it
right.
be there?
Who's working
Look,
on
I'm-
the dusty dog?
Look, man, I something about me just tells me that Herc is such a good guy. I just want to meet him.
Yeah, I bet.
Rich, maybe.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Loaded. So we approach the dusty dog. Is the village still standing?
Oh.
You know, wild elves haven't destroyed it?
No, it's still standing.
Oh, damn. How about that?
Yeah, what a shame.
What a
Yeah, so
shame.
you go
What a
in, the
shame.
rains have subsided for the most part. Most of the storm has moved far away. But you guys are still caked in mud, and you go in, kick off the mud on your shoes, shake it off, and throw it off. You
What
see
time
your
are
old
we getting back in the town?
late night.
Right now?
Mhm.
Sorry.
The cat's going maniacal.
Yeah. And then she shuts off the day.
No, this one.
Stream.
No, this one's going maniacal.
I'm so far.
Feeding off each other.
But yeah, you come in and you see Alden in there as usual, and he sees the party come in. Oh, hey, how's it going? Let's see, welcome back. We kept your rooms neat, clean. We took care of them while you were gone. How was your trip? I don't really know the nature of why you guys were gone. I just saw that there was a note here saying that you would be back and to keep your rooms on coin.
Yeah, business with the captain of the guard.
Oh, all right.
We
Business
want.
take you out of Greencrest, or
Doing some local jobs for him, helping him out.
all right.
We killed the shit
I
out
won't
of
pry
some
too hard. Just asking. We,
Trade should improve.
Is Herc back? Did Herc
actually,
get our stuff?
actually, he still hasn't been back. Nobody's seen him for a while now. It's been about a week or so.
Can you check to see if the
Sensible
vase
request.
is still in possession?
Sorry, what?
Can you double check to see if that vase is still in your possession? Cause
I have to get the key to the safe, and the night clerks aren't allowed. There's just generally not enough staff. They don't trust us to have access this late at night.
well, be sure to let someone know to double that luminous tier is assuring that vase is still in that safe.
It's if you put it in there, then it's probably in there, unless of course he came to pick it up. I haven't seen him. Doesn't mean nobody else did, but I haven't heard a word otherwise.
Just want to make sure. I went through a lot of length and a lot of searching to find that vase.
Yeah, I think we got like a bit of a tab going. Because if I remember right, I only paid for like 2 days. So I'd like to settle that up, maybe pay for it a little bit. What was it a night? 2 silver? I don't remember.
Well, I mean, if you don't remember, then it was 4 silver a night.
Come on, guys.
What is that, an insight check?
Yeah, this is bullshitting me.
I don't know. Make a check.
I'm gonna make a check.
Make it with disadvantage because you obviously don't remember as well.
You also have 8.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
What does that mean?
8 intelligence. The DC check was still 20.
I got a 13.
A 13. I mean, he seems like he's being pretty straightforward.
Well,
I mean, it is coming into the weekend, which are busier nights, so it kind of matches that the room rate would go up.
Like every hotel.
so I'm gonna give him 4 gold and pay for 10 nights.
All right.
Just walk
Did
up.
you math that correctly?
Sure.
He has,
Sure
he has an
did.
8. Leave him alone.
Yeah, I sure did math it correctly.
So he takes the gold,
You wanna
counts
pay
it,
for my
charges
room?
it to the room.
No.
How about the rest of you? You want to settle up now or later?
Toss him 10 gold.
All right.
I
Takes
do the same
yours.
thing.
Everybody 10 gold.
10 nights? I'll pay for 5.
All right.
Yeah, same. 5.
Yeah. Okay, 5.
So what's that? 40? 40 silver? No.
I don't know.
20 silver.
4
Math it.
silver a night.
Maybe you should math it, human. You fucking dick. Think you're so smart with your intelligence score of what?
Sorry, were you saying something?
I'm just talking shit. Talking trash.
My intelligence is not much better.
Hashtag partial dump stat.
Partial stat.
So are we going to speak with the captain?
How late is it?
Late night.
It's,
Well then,
We killed the stuff. They're not a
10:41.
threat. We'll talk to them in the morning.
yeah, I agree.
How is the condition of your ears, by the way? Hope they're not decaying.
Oh, they're super decayed. No, check. How my ears and noses.
That's
Smelling rank.
I wasn't sharing a room with you,
Just
right?
the way I like them.
Same way he
Goddamn
likes his women. Smelling rank.
That's fine.
Hey. If it doesn't smell a little rank, there's something wrong.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I
Oh,
head
God.
upstairs and head to bed.
Okay.
No, we'll probably have to talk to the captain early in the morning.
All right. Everybody else go back to the rooms too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty late night, right?
Yeah, it's pretty late.
Yeah.
No one's-
There's some patrons inside the tavern sitting. There's like 6
it's
people.
still open.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It's probably around like 10 p.m. or so, 10:30ish.
I want to hang out and just see if there's anything I could take. See if someone
hang
had.
out and rob.
I just want to see if
Rob and
maybe
chill.
someone was too drunk enough that they might have left something behind that I could just borrow.
She wants to leisurely feed everybody. Grand Theft
Sing
Leisure.
them the song of my people.
Slew me in.
That's not exactly stealthy.
Well, no.
All right. Yeah, make a perception check.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, no shit.
What is that?
15.
15.
I don't know. If you rolled
19.
like a sensible person, you'd be able to read it.
Yeah, you end up to pocket like 5 silver off a few of the different patrons.
I just drop mine at my feet. I don't throw them across the table.
Five silver.
As if that gives you some moral high ground.
No,
Kinda.
I just
Alright.
missed the table altogether, guys.
After that, just
Not when I roll.
Hey.
I'm just gonna go into the tavern, ask for something real fucking hard that'll that I can use as a nightcap and go hit the hay.
Super nightcap.
Super nightcap. Like, just whatever is their hardest, rankest fucking alcohol. Just have it it's like a shot, but it's actually a glass.
I like my women like I like my wine. Rank as fuck.
I'm gonna have for it. No judge.
Always you say is this.
Love is love, man. Love is love.
Jiminy.
So I go and I get a nightcap and I hit the hay.
Okay.
Yeah, had the high.
And then everyone else went to the rooms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm out.
Cost you 5 copper.
I practice magic.
Dunka. I practiced.
Do I accidentally burn the place down?
Whoops.
Do you want to?
Yeah. How much practice are we talking here? dude?
It's not exactly up to me, Matt. Side effect of being a sorcerer, man.
Shit just happens.
Sometimes shit just catches on fire for no good reason.
I mean, it's a couple hours of practice.
You're a wizard, Harry.
No, you're fine.
All right. I have some self-control.
Yeah, you have some.
Just remember. Just some. Remember. Hi ho, hi ho. It's off to Wagner we go. Is it Wagner? No, Warren. God, I was way off.
I was like, what?
I had no clue what the fuck you were even talking about at first.
Shut up.
Did you get drugs?
No.
Absolutely.
Attaboy, Riken.
We're down in the morning.
Yeah, so you guys all go to your rooms then. When you approach Amareth's room and you open the door, you don't see her in there, and the room looks it looks way different, deeper, and darker. than it did before. So I need everybody other than Matt to leave.
We love you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Your patrons may eat your soul.
What are you talking about? There's no patron.
tablet.
You're right. Eldritch Blast is what scholars.
I'm a wizard. I'm a wizard.
Take
You're a
this to
wizard
the
here.
back room.
Yeah, Harry,
Are we
you a
taking
wizard.
this? Are we going to the back room or going outside?
I'm not going outside. It's fucking
Go
cold
back
now.
room.
Fuck that
In the
shit.
back room.
Go
In the back room.
You're an amazing man.
We can do weird stuff together. Really, you were nice.
Oh, dude, we're not rank enough for you. Come on, Sash.
Alright, everyone go.
Oh, that dog is excited to leave.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I slammed the door behind me.
So as you enter the room and you close the door behind you, there's a pitch deep blackness in the room, and you hear the sound of a gentle piano being played, and you kind of look around at first and spin around. You can't identify which direction it's coming from. It's just everywhere. But finally, after you scan every direction that you think possible, you see a small spot of light, and you see this piano at the end, and you can see that somebody's playing it. You can't see their face, and all you can see is the slight movement from behind this large piece of sheet music. And as you walk, you realize that you're making like puddle sounds and splashes, light splashes. And as you get closer and come around the outside of this large black piano, you see that there's a small child, probably maybe 10 to 11 years old, a little girl. And she's just gracefully playing, stroking all the keys. And she doesn't acknowledge your presence at first. She's wearing this clean white dress with her hair pulled back and the bow on it. And she speaks to you in this soft voice. And well, I know it's been a while since we last spoke. You haven't been letting me in. Why is that?
Because whatever you are, it's dangerous.
Oh, but you know who I am. Let's not play coy here. I've been there all along, your whole life. Always watching you and feel the darkness and the rage building slowly over time. You remember the good old days when you would lose control and beat another child because he took your toy. I've been there with you the whole time. She just continues to play.
What do you want?
Well, mainly just for you to let me in. You just need to learn to accept who you are and what you are. And over time, we'll build our bond. And you'll find out more. Maybe I'll let you in. There's a plan.
Maybe I want to know more of the plan.
She suddenly stops. She picks up her hands and holds them in front of her, and she turns and looks at you. And you feel like you recognize this person. You remember seeing an old oil painting that your parents had in their home of your mother and her family, and she has a striking resemblance to your mother as a child. She says, oh, well, these things take time. Trust must go both ways. First, you accept more of my power, and then maybe the next time we talk, maybe the next time we speak, maybe I give you a name. And that should be enough.
So to be clear, accepting more of your power really means more of your control?
Maybe from time to time you might risk an influence. Maybe you might need to do me a small favor, maybe indulge in a darker inkling in order to get this expended power.
What do I have to do?
You'll know when the time is right. I'll let you know. It kind of depends. Maybe I might need you to brutally kill someone who surrenders, or maybe undermine someone. Little things. Maybe I might ask you to lie or hide some information that I give you. She kind of gets up off of the chair at the piano and starts walking away from you. But although I'd like to give you my true name, maybe for now you can just call me Lilith. And we'll leave it at that.
So I kind of plunk the piano a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see where this goes.
She turns around with a big smile. She's like, "Oh, goody, I can't wait to see the things that you'll do. But a promise is a promise, so a small piece of my power." And so she walks over to you, and she reaches out with a hand for you to grab it.
I grab it.
You suddenly feel this surge of energy come through her into your body and your being, and you suddenly feel alleviated, strong, powerful, and confident. And she lets go, and I believe that if you can just not listen to that tiefling and just indulge me every once in a while, that you and I can have a great relationship. She's already explained to you that this goes both ways. It's not like I can take the power back, but giving it is completely under my own volition. We could accomplish great things together, you and I.
You might be right.
World-shattering things. And then suddenly you wake up in Amreth's room, and she's standing there talking to you. "Hey, Riken, listen.
Yeah.
Listen to me." So everybody else can come back now.
Sorry, I'm getting old.
Where did you go?
I
mean, you walked into the room, you just had the blankest stare on you. I started talking to you. You look over at the desk where you know that object was, and the runes start fading away from this ethereal green to nothing.
Having to drink the own piss.
Well, I think I'll tell you all about it. And I tell her.
Oh, that's interesting. They'll continue to reach out to you.
Yeah. I think I'll continue to accept.
You just have to remember to be yourself, and that you're in control ultimately. These people work through you. They don't control you. And until you find out the exact nature of your patron, you have to tread carefully and lightly.
No, I had to wait.
Yeah, I will.
But aside from that, studying the object and going through all the different texts and stuff that I've found, I'm not really that much closer to deciphering exactly what its connection is, but I do believe this was brought here from somewhere else and stored in the old temple before it was destroyed.
You said it was from Warren, yeah?
Well, that's the ruins of the old church of Parathor were in Warren when it was burnt down, and that's where we were working out of in the catacombs below before those bandits drove us away and started demanding that we pay them tribute in order to continue working there. And I wasn't going to work in those conditions, and I came here and told the captain of the guard, and he agreed that he would do something about it. It hasn't been done yet.
Well, it's getting done soon. The band I came with over the mountain, the caravan guards.
Oh yes, the other individuals.
The band. We work well together for now. The guard captain asked us to take care of those bandits, so we'll probably be headed there.
Oh, wonderful.
You can follow
Well, then I know I'll
behind.
get it done as well then.
Yeah.
The one thing that does vex me, or that makes me worried, is that objects like this, the Wizard of Noth was obsessed with these sorts of pieces, and I do believe that this might have been in the Tower of Night. And then when the wizard was killed who presided over these areas, it was probably taken from there and kept in the church. But I don't know why. It hasn't shown any different qualities other than just a piece of stone with abyssal written on it. I don't really know what else to make of it. And there's no real text or any accompanying documents that I found with it, and it's in the case that it was kept in, with the saint that was buried there. I really don't know what else to make for it, other than they might have needed powerfully blessed grounds in order to keep this suppressed. And your exposure to it might have brought some interesting questions.
Seems like it did.
It could just be a throughway to different planes. I don't know.
Well, we're headed to that temple to clear it out. You can learn what you can, I suppose.
Oh, once it's open again, I can go back into the catacombs and start looking some more. But it's mainly just burial chambers with old priests and monks and the saint.
But the real answers are probably in the tower.
More than likely, if there is any actual documentation. But from what I can tell, local-wise, most people just don't go there. I guess the area and the tower itself is just wrought with undead, with ghouls and zombies and skeleton minions that walk the grounds.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. And apparently, more recently, strange activity, and people have said that they can, passing nearby, have said that they can hear the voice of someone trying to speak with them. Nobody knows what happened to the wizard's body when she was killed, or if she was even killed. It's more or less mere speculation. All the conflict and everything that had been lost and moved during the Orc Wars kind of uprooted all the local history. It's been rather hard piecing some of this together.
Alright.
It could be possible that there might be information, older information in the Sun Elf Temple as well. Which I have come across some information regarding that it could be in the Southern Grey Spires.
Alright.
Maybe even near here. It's a very old building.
Well then. We're gonna do this work for the guard, and I'm gonna make some coin. In the meantime, let me know if you need something.
I don't know. There was a rather interesting dwarf, though, making a big ruckus in the tavern earlier tonight. Listen to her.
Okay.
Something about her brother and the troll claw mire or something. She's rather worked up about it, and nobody really had the information to give her.
Town's full of people that need help.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said. She told me to sawed off.
Yeah. She would.
Yeah, dwarves. Dwarves. Yeah.
Alright.
But I really don't have any other relevant information.
Good. I'm gonna get some shut-eye.
Yeah. It's time for me to commune with my patron anyways.
Good luck.
Yeah. Well, I haven't opened that door directly in a while. It might be more apt to have a discussion, or it might have some insights itself into the area.
Alright. Have a good night.
Well, you yourself. She goes and, sits down at the desk where the object piece is, and with all her scattered paperwork and books, her stacks of tome, and she puts out the candle with her finger.
Alright.
Close the door behind you. Anything else?
I do my best to sleep.
Yeah, you spend the night with these stirring visions of the place that you had already visited. So everybody sleeps through the night and wakes the next morning, refreshed and good to go.
We're going to Warren. He says that, sir.
That's really catchy.
Thought about it all throughout the adventure on the way back to
Well done.
Greencrest.
Well done.
So yeah, I can be a bod.
Be a bod.
I can be a
Multi-classing.
bod. Okay.
Yeah.
Walk down to our daily breakfast,
Yeah, of course.
and I'm no longer carrying a weapon. Just a shield on my back.
Why are you bringing your shield? We're just gonna go talk to the captain.
Have you seen him? He's the fucking weapon.
Man,
I saw him point at a man and he exploded. Well, it was a
What are
goblin,
you, by the
and
way?
He exploded.
wizard, common, just learn spells.
Where's your
books? You know, in my bag.
I noticed when we were fighting yesterday, I wanted to ask you, it kind of unsettled me, but obviously things were happening. But
Yeah.
you did stuff and you pointed at him. There was this like weird shadow. But then like when I killed him, the shadow like slurped through the ground back towards you.
Yeah, magic, weird, right?
What the
Yeah.
fuck? Does that come from you, the shadow?
I mean, it's all magic, right?
I mean,
Weird.
What if I were to point at you?
Whoa,
don't do that. Don't you fucking do that now.
You want to point your fucking finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was under my control. Of course, it's just a spell. Nothing serious.
I mean, do I know he's lying?
Don't you fucking point at me.
Everyone does magic different, yeah. It's the same, but it's not. You know.
Yeah, I don't really hang around with those types.
Yeah, me
Well,
neither. I try
I
to stay
didn't.
away. I do my own thing, self-taught. You know.
Like, I know how to do a few magic tricks, but they're just...
Oh, you mean like the sleight of hand stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's neat.
Better than real magic sometimes.
I loved that stuff when I was a kid.
As a kid, I still love it now. What's wrong with you?
Oh, that's fair.
But,
There's something about watching something make something disappear and you know they didn't use magic.
Well, that's true, but it is sort of childish.
How
It's
do
just
you
nostalgia for me?
Magic is... Unfortunately, it's kind of obvious.
You're doing it wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hashtag subtle spell.
Mr.
Hashtag
Allen,
subtle spell.
grab my hands and fire erupts from them. Settle my ass.
Yeah, how do you settle things like that?
Anyway,
There is no subtle spells indeed.
There is not. There's just...
So funny.
Did the gentleman
Magic.
notice while we were eating breakfast that I
there
took
is
all
for
their eggs?
sorcerers.
Yeah, sorcerers have subtle spell.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
As a
Mana
magic.
Oh.
You can be completely undetected while doing it.
But anyway,
I can't do that.
All their eggs are gone. I
Wait.
ate their eggs.
where the fuck did my eggs go?
Yeah, so they served boiled eggs and wheat bread with
Mine
tankard
are
and bitter
gone,
ale
too.
this morning.
Dude, there's no way.
Oh, I look
It's
right
solid
at
bread
you.
and apples.
No, I think I'm full. I think that just the one egg and one bite of the wheat toast was okay for me.
Well, I'm taking the rest of your wheat toast. Someone fuck jacked my
Oh,
egg.
gentlemen, you're more than welcome.
Oh yeah, I'd take it. Anyway,
Where's my eggs?
so we were talking about going and seeing the cop.
Buy the chickens.
Yes, actually. We need to go tell them our jobs. Well, the current jobs are done with the bugbears and the incident with his personal favor.
Yeah, the personal favor. You know,
The
inquiring ears.
the male help.
Enhancement.
What?
The drugs. We took care of the drugs. Jesus.
The drugs. All the
Did
drugs.
that work for you guys?
What? For what?
Because I thought I saw you buy a few, Reckon, so I just wanted to
You
see.
all asked me to buy them. It was part of the plan. It was not my idea.
Well, I was just seeing if you happened to try
When did it
some.
become my idea?
Wait, when you said it, you said you would do it because you needed it.
I never. Oh my god, Bard! I have a strong inclination to stab you.
Well,
I'm gonna be honest, you're not the first, and you probably will not be the last.
Now, Riken,
Yeah.
I feel like you're dodging the question. Did they work or not?
God damn it! I didn't take
Right.
See, I just...
Ignore them for one moment.
Do you
Do
still
you
have
wanna
a
go back
sample? I
to,
can make someone try it.
Savannah and
We don't need it.
see if she has an answer as to
I'm sure it
what
was
was
just.
in that stuff you were taking.
If you guys
We
were so
got an
interested,
answer.
why didn't you ask Finley when
We
we were
did.
right next to him?
We did. He said
He
it
did,
was
he said
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nothing. Just
He said it was
random.
random stuff.
Yeah, I don't believe
Didn't he
that.
say it caused
motherfucker.
hallucinations?
Yeah, I mean, like, probably varied from bottle to bottle. I'm sure he literally just took a red liquid and spread it amongst as much liquid as he could get.
So I should drink some.
Yeah, do it. Drink all of it. That's a great idea.
Please do it.
Drink it.
Drink it, drink it, drink it.
Drink it.
I have the one last bottle.
Persuasion. I want to persuade him to drink it. Drink it.
With advantage?
Drink it.
You can make a persuasion check if you'd like
I would like to persuade
against Mike's passive insight,
against his passive insight. I'm gonna make him drink
which
this weird
is
stuff.
13.
Unless he just wants to give in to the peer pressure.
Yeah, and just do
Yeah.
it anyways.
I've already drank it.
Oh well, I failed.
I already drank it.
Oh okay.
I drank it out of it. I pulled out another bottle and drank the second bottle.
You
There
drink
was
both?
only one.
Oh, I
my
drank both.
God.
No, I have one.
Oh, you're dumb.
Oh.
Dude, does he start changing color or vomiting or anything? I pull his plate away from him so I can salvage what's left.
I already ate it.
So-
Back off.
About to be on the floor.
You could eat it off the floor.
I stand up from the table and head over to the bar to get more food because mine was apparently stolen.
I just stepped back because I don't want puke on me. I got bear bug guts on me earlier. It was gross.
I'm watching intently.
Bugbear.
So the first one is just, it's like super bitter and really gross. So like you immediately just like throw it right back up. Like, right
Bear
away.
Grylls
Just,
kiss
like,
right
just,
there.
ugh.
I want to use feline
Straight
agility
back.
to dodge it.
Oh, yeah.
That was terrible. I'm gonna try it again.
I'm
Oh, I did that motion again. Damn it.
You gotta watch
Motion
that.
training motion.
Yeah, we're definitely getting a screenshot of that one.
That's how I drink all my potions.
Yeah, just knock them back.
Oh, yeah,
Those
big
flavor-
news. And today, I'm gonna drink some fucking
If you're
nasty
not
potions.
if you're not drinking your potions with flair, why are you even doing it?
He does everything with flair. He's a fucking bard.
Pinkies up.
And then the second one seems to not have any form of effect until you take a drink of your tankard, and it tastes like lemon. And then you eat a piece of meat, and it tastes like lemon. And then you eat a piece of egg, and it tastes like lemon.
That's actually super awesome.
Lemon?
So everything you eat tastes like lemon for the next 48 hours.
So you see me kind of like eat stuff and get curious as I look at a little bit of vomit on the plate.
Don't.
Oh no!
Don't.
No.
No way.
Tastes like lemon.
Is it the soury lemon or?
Yeah, it's the sour lemon, the bitter lemon.
Oh.
Bartender.
Almost
Wait,
like
wait,
if you
wait.
had every single time you eat it, you get the sensation that you ate through the rind into it. So you taste all of
What's
it.
with that fucked up look on your face?
It's not like lemon flavor. It tastes like you eat a lemon every time you eat something.
Are
Looking
you
at you.
tripping?
What the fuck are you?
So did your male parts get any better?
You look blue.
It's supposed to be that way.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's fucking with you. It's
Phelan.
fine.
Phelan.
Yes, yes.
Do you feel more manly?
Not a bit. I'm already the manliest man you're ever gonna meet. So.
I don't know how to say this any other way. Is your penis hard?
Do you want the honest answer?
Well, that's what the potions were supposed to
Well,
be.
the trick is it's always hard.
Oh.
You can get that checked.
You see a disappointed look. That's unfortunate.
No, it's quite fantastic.
You're right.
It says on the bottle to seek assistance after 8 hours.
I'm no doctor,
Some weird petrification.
but I think it's been 8 hours.
Petrified penis.
You know, every time you take a drink, it's gonna be like straight lemon juice.
Yep.
You're gonna have that like
Yeah, but we don't
Oh.
know.
Does that mean that a lemon
Yeah.
tastes like lemon?
that big half elf grin.
Yeah, it's big half health grin. All right, back to normal.
So you guys finish up eating your breakfast, and what do you do?
Oh, we're gonna
Go find the
get paid.
captain.
El Capitan.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm guessing he'll be back.
I want.
His
we
name
want-
is Leonidas.
That's wrong.
That's
I
incorrect.
learn something incorrect every day.
His
gentlemen.
name is not Leonidas.
Eladio.
Who caught that Aladdin trailer teaser?
Did not.
Totally not relevant, but did not.
It's worth a watch.
Were they making a live action?
Yep.
Yeah.
I had no
Does
idea.
Who's playing Aladdin?
I don't remember.
I saw Pet Cemetery.
That looked awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's not.
back to the game.
Pet Cemetery is relevant here.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen.
Because it has to do with
That sounds
drugs.
really dark.
No, because it has to do with entering the streets and it being filled with zombies.
Yeah, but he was on drugs.
Now
so.
we're playing The Walking Dead.
Oh no!
Well,
Who played
Dalen over here might
Oh man, are we gonna
drugged
spend
up enough to write a story
two
like
seasons
it.
at the prison? That's boring.
Press the complications button.
Yeah, exactly. That's boring. God, I haven't even paid attention to all what's going on with the latest season of The Walking Dead.
Oh, you just wait for the show to end and then you just binge it all.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah, you don't support it. Like maybe if all the people that watched all these shows that are getting canceled watched them before they ended, they might have stayed on the air and you might actually have more content.
Yeah, but I've been waiting 8 years for that show to end.
And they just keep on finding ways to
They
keep
just-
Rick alive.
They just keep on pumping.
Yeah.
Wait, was
You don't
he
want to
supposed
watch
die?
that show.
Okay,
No,
so you
he
you
needs to
enter
die.
you go out into the streets. It's business as usual during the day. It's a nice day. All the storm has basically passed at this point. The ground is wet, soft from the rain all throughout the basically week or longer of just straight downpour that's been happening. You finally make your way over to the guard house, and you enter the front, and then you see Eladio in there, and he turns to greet you. Hello, gentlemen. I'm glad to see you finally again.
There is a lady present.
I walk up and I reach into my bag and I pull out this thing. Kebab.
I take a few steps away.
I throw up.
That's for what?
Oh, it's kind of tied to the wiener thing. Yeah, we killed a bunch of goblins and some bugbears. Totally what? So we took care of that other job. Oh, and then the wiener stuff. I reckon you want to film out how that all went.
The con artists,
The con
correct?
artists, yeah, they're out of town.
They're out of town.
You
Well, that's
chased them
good
out.
news.
Yeah, absolutely chased
Did we
them
get
out
their
of town.
supplier? Do we know where it's coming from? How it's getting here?
We actually
Did.
did all of that.
The Greyjacks, yeah.
It's coming from. I have it in here somewhere.
Great job.
Oh, big bear goblins.
Oh.
Oh, it takes the suppliers 1 to 2 days, and it goes to Warren from Anvil.
Oh, from Anvil, huh?
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of organizations up there that are been kind of a thorn in the Central Vale side for quite some time.
Yeah. Comes from Anvil to the Greyjacks, and then your con artists.
I assume some of it probably goes further down the river to Breathorpe then.
More than likely.
It looks like it's being filtered through the
So that's the
Greyjacks.
name of the individuals who are sitting in the ruins of Warren
Greyjacks. We
that
have
continue to evade our scout nets.
Yeah, actually,
Who's got that note?
the cat. We got information from those con artists
I see.
some information about those Greyjacks, their numbers, and where they like to hide out.
Well, that's good. We haven't been able to fully dedicate staking out the area, considering the obvious issues we've had with the wild elves and their attacks. But for the most part, it's been fairly quiet up till the other night, when some of our scouts happened upon a party of the wood elves from the Silver Realm who'd been completely slaughtered.
Oh.
Oh.
Nice. Hey, they get what's coming to them.
I agree.
And then want our help. Fuck them. Let them kill each other. When they're all dead,
It's
then
not
we'll handle it.
necessarily a good sign.
No, it's not. It's a terrible sign.
That's a bad sign.
Overconfident elves going against other overconfident elves.
I don't care about that. I care about the fact that
I think it shows overconfidence. What it shows is a dangerous cunning at work in order for them to counter the movements of the wood elves, especially those who are far less sophisticated, supposedly, than their brethren.
well, are the
I'm
elves,
sure the wood elves are learning from their mistakes.
Are the
Let's
elves-
focus on problems we can handle.
are the elves still around?
Well, this will quickly become everybody's problem in the Central Vale if it doesn't get dealt with.
Are the
I hope
elves-
you all understand that.
Oh, I do. I'm a parent of it, but it needs to be handled, and that's why I was asking if the elves are still around.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, yes. There's only a small bit of them.
Well, I meant, are they still in town? Are they fully ventured?
No,
out?
they don't stay here.
Okay. Well,
been more attacks on humans as they're trying to track down this dude who they're after that they don't really want to talk about?
No. No, there haven't been. At least not anything substantial or anything that's been reported directly to us.
Well, at least
I can't speak for anything in Anvil or Breathorpe or in some of the other smaller villages or towns nearby, but here there haven't been, at least. But this ranger continues to evade and attack and exploit weaknesses like he knows what people are doing before they do it, and it's fairly disturbing.
We probably already had some means of controlling people's minds with the other wildwood elves. So it won't be too far of a fetch to say that. We may have some sort of device or some sort of foul magic to even look into them.
It could be. But from where? Where does a ranger find the ability to charm people or affect them in this manner, especially in such a persuasive way, if that's even the case? I mean, maybe he has some magic that amplifies his magnetism and he's just able to rally them to his support. I wouldn't see it impossible for wild elves to be convinced that getting rid of the people who are tearing down the forests and, plowing up the land would be a bad thing. The question is how much of a jump to all-out violence from there. I don't have the answers to these. I was hoping the Wood Elves would when they came, and they haven't been quite the most forthcoming, other than the one meeting that you were participants in. They've been out on their own, engaging in small skirmishes with their kin, and trying to find them.
Well, maybe they should, they kept talking up Leora and stuff. Maybe they should get some backup, because apparently us involving is an offense towards them. Well, if all their people are dying in the woods, maybe, the higher up elves should do something about it.
They did. They sent them.
Yeah, well, obviously that's not working.
Yeah.
It's like, if it's their problem, and we're not really supposed to mess with it, seems like a reasonable approach. Is either that or the wood elves are just going to, or the wild elves are going to become more and more of a problem. So.
Well, at least the attacks is slowed for the time being.
Yeah, what was her name? Narala?
Norella.
Narella. Mm-hmm.
Has she come back and requested aid from the town at all?
No, nobody's seen her.
You know
Not
her?
since the meeting.
No, she's not going to ask for aid from the humans. They're already causing enough problems.
It might be worth going to see if seek her out and ask her if she needs our aid now. After.
No.
Why not?
Well, because we're being paid for other things.
It's not always. Sometimes it's not always about getting paid.
Well, no, we're freeing up their guard, remember?
Right.
Doing the little duties about town.
And we have done a pretty good job of getting rid of two of their bigger options.
Alright, let me put it this way. There's no fucking way I'm going into a forest to hunt a forest elf who's also been trained his entire life as a forest ranger. Nope. He can come and fight me in the city.
And that realistically is more or less our plan. The Wood Elves are free to pursue their own goals outside of the Central Vale and the lands that don't fall underneath Greencrest's jurisdiction to begin with. He's right, and the entire idea behind you accomplishing some of these tasks is to free up forces so that we can better dedicate to protecting some of the homesteads and farmland outside of Greencrest still within our boundaries.
I would like to mark for the record, the human agreed with me.
I'm just saying, hunting a hunter on his turf?
As a matter of fact, realistically, I did enough fighting chasing orcs and goblin war bands during the Orc Wars, and finding things in the forest. If they know what they're doing and they know what they're trying to accomplish, I very much believe that it might be his strategy from the very beginning to make us fight on his terms, while he waits to exploit some general weakness that he may have perceived.
Remember those first elves? They just attacked the town and then tried to duck into the forest.
Trying to draw us
Probably
in.
onto something.
I don't want to go for that trap.
And from my experiences in the jungle, that ranger probably knows what he's doing in there, so I agree with them both. Anyways, we have something we need to go to.
Yes, payment.
Oh.
Do you want this
Payment.
kebab?
At the very
No,
least,
thank you.
Once all the
It's not what I was.
You can just
going
dispose of
for,
that.
but-
Bury it somewhere, please.
Oh.
But, so he calls the accountant, comes the money changer, gives you guys your 100 gold apiece. We'll send
I know,
scouts
that
to
was
confirm
personal
that they're no longer a problem and they aren't reforming or anything, but we take your word at that the problem is dealt with, and we'll know soon enough if merchants and travelers are freed up coming through the Deep Canyon Pass at this point forward.
That was 100 gold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
the
does
other-
in
the other one was personal favor.
free up a regularized patrol of about 15 men in arms for the most part on that boundary, waiting for signs of them.
That's excellent.
Oh yeah. We're worth two men. Look at that.
Yes. So, as you guys are having this conversation, like the door flings open, and you guys see this stocky dwarf come in. This female dwarf. Right. So she's pretty big. She has like this, like, her head is shaved, and she's got this thick plate mail on, and she's not carrying any weapons at the moment, but it's all geometric, and she's kind of a more of a tan skin and like brown hair, so you can immediately identify her as a hill dwarf versus one of her mountain dwarf kin. She comes in and points at Eladio and you. He's like, and you can see he's frustrated. He's like, listen, I already told you that we can't spare anybody to go trouncing through the mires to go find your brother. All of our efforts are tied up at the moment. He said, well, I'm telling you, you got a bigger problem than just waiting for this to land on you. We can't just leave him out there. This problem will grow, and you just can't ignore it. We just cannot, and we can't spare the men. I'm sorry. If he's lost or he's gone, then you need to go find him. I can't spare any guards, any men, any hunters, or anybody. Everybody is dedicated right now to protecting the homesteads and the farms, and we're trying to consolidate our defenses. And you can see she just gets like super angry, and she fucking like hits the door and just turns and walks out into the street.
For 100 gold, we can make that go away. The dwarf, I mean. It won't be a problem in your side.
I understand where she's coming from, and any other time, we might be able to dedicate some resources to assisting her, possibly. We try to keep relations as good as we can with the Ungart tribe and their citadel, and they've been great supporters of us, of the entire area and region, and they keep the evil things that come from the Range of Thunder at bay for the most part. They keep the goblins in check, and they keep the orcs in check in the area. No offense. And they've been constantly fighting skirmishes with the Minotaur tribes left over from the Orc Wars, but we just can't spare anybody to assist her. She keeps going on about her brother was sent here, and they've been tracking something for their whole lives, and they believe it's here, and I haven't seen anything or any signs of it that would prove that it's actually in the area.
Well, who even is she? Is she important at all? Does she have any sway? I'm just saying, you might want to consider if this is going to bite the Greencrest in the ass.
She introduced herself as Melfney Hammerstriker, and from what I'm familiar with, that just means it's old blood.
So may or may not be important.
I'm not versed in dwarven politics. I don't necessarily know where her clan standing is or the power they have, but old blood to dwarves means going back to their first kings. But as far as I'm aware, she doesn't have any official standing in any capacity with the Citadel. And they've been gone for quite some time. This is all coming from her, though. This is just at her word. I don't really know. If you have any other information, it's best that you ask her.
Did she tell you what they were hunting?
Something about some den mother, some ancient hag. I don't know.
Terrifying.
according to that, her and her brother tracked it to this region and have been following it for the last 80 years of their lives, trying to track this thing down and kill it. And they've been unsuccessful up to this point. But her brother was supposed to check in here in Greencast when she arrived, following him a few days later, and apparently he never showed up. And she's just been hounding me ever since the last 4 days, trying to send somebody out with her to help her look. And the mires and the Trollclaw mires is a vast region of wetlands and swamps. It's too dangerous right now at the moment to just send people out there.
You know, after our last trip, I'm a little sick of being wet.
Sounds like it's not really a problem because it's out in the swamps.
No.
Except for her brother, I guess. Whatever.
Finding
It'd be on the
things
opposite
is-
side of Lake Hesta is where most of the wetlands and the swamp begins. So about 3 days away. But according to her, she makes it seem like the whole place will fall apart if this thing ends up making a home here and building a conclave. You never know. I don't buy these things.
Hag is a terrifying thing. They tend to draw in others and, well, conquer the area.
Yeah, probably a good idea to stay the fuck away from it.
Or talk to the dwarf and see if we can help.
Or we stick with our plan and go, like, kick the shit out of these Greyjacks and make some more money and win some more favor.
Maybe the dwarf wants to pay. Maybe she pays more than we cap them. We don't know. We haven't asked.
I'm gonna do a history check on the lore behind hags.
Okay.
And, their evil influence that they could have on an area.
Okay.
Ooh, alright. You know, intelligence is my strong point. I am proficient.
Yeah.
So, it equals, doesn't quite equal out. 18.
An 18?
Yep.
I mean, aside from the fact that hags are just generally like evil fey creatures, especially one that's a den mother means that it's incredibly old and incredibly powerful. It could be looking, from what you understand, it could be looking for a place to build a coven and pull other hags together. But what it could also be doing is looking for maybe anything as less as looking for children to steal away in the night and eat or replace. Maybe there's some connection to the Feywild nearby somewhere that they could be interested in finding. But just in general, they seem to kind of feed on evil energy and are drawn to like powerful entities as allies, and they like making those connections and feeding off of that.
Fuck.
Do you relay that information?
Oh yeah, of course.
What if?
You got a clue. I want to hear it.
What if the den mother is helping the ranger? The ranger doesn't have enough magic to do some of the things that have happened. A den mother does.
All the more the reason to stay the fuck away from magical witches that live in the fucking woods.
While I don't necessarily disagree with either of you, if they're as powerful as he says they are, we're not equipped to fight one.
What about our payday? What about the Greyjacks? We're gonna miss them.
What about the village that'll be destroyed by wood elves and a hag mother if it's what we think it is?
It doesn't look like they're in a hurry to make any kind of move yet. They still have to deal with the wood elves that are still there.
At most, I say we talk to the dwarf.
At most, we talk to the dwarf. All right, that means.
I agree with Thalen. If we can
Okay,
gather as much...
I'm willing to get information from the dwarf.
And if it's bad enough, it might be worth going and looking into.
If it's bad enough, it's not worth dying for.
Whatever, let's go.
I have the power and the ability. I would prefer to try to save those I can.
No, the captain speaks up. If you guys, I don't believe in any fashion whatsoever that these things are connected. But realistically, we can't turn down any ideas at this. I'm not very familiar with fighting these sorts of creatures and dealing with them. I've never had to meet one or match one. I just don't have the means or the knowledge necessary. I've lived in this town my whole life and served in the guard my whole life. I don't have much experience outside the Greencrest and its immediate ranges. But if you think there's a chance that they could be connected, then maybe talking to the dwarf and getting more information than what I could get out of her. Or she probably at this point, knowing dwarves, is so upset at me that she wouldn't even take my help at this point anymore.
Moomy.
This is at least the third time that I've turned her down. So maybe speaking to her is important. I mean, I have other... On top of this, I also have other matters. There's some crazy lady that lives on the outside of town towards the south eastern side, western side of the town. Says her daughter said she saw a fucking dragon flying towards the Grey Spire Mountains. Nobody's seen anything like that here in hundreds of years, maybe even 1,000 years. But still, people are stir crazy right now. They don't have the ability to investigate everything and everyone.
Moomy.
What color did she say it was?
Green? I guess. I don't know.
What's
She wasn't sure. Her daughter's 12 years old.
You got that little letter.
Yes,
What's
I do.
the next drop-off date for the Greyjacks?
Well, it's when we...
The next one's in 5, but the one after that, I mean, or 3. Or...
It looks like it's a regularized schedule. It's about between every 5 to 8 days.
Yeah. About every 5 to 8 days is what it looks like.
So
They
if you
will
guys
always
decide
come.
to go on a witch hunt, hack hunt, you can either give this to the man, or we can hold off and try and meet him on the next drop-off. But
Well, at least we have a
Seems-
constant schedule, so...
seems like Thalen's dead set.
I'm not dead set. I would this is just stead my pieces all. We can at least talk to the dwarf and find out more.
I
I
would
don't
have to...
disagree with you that important matters need to be taken care of, but again, I don't think we're equipped to fight a hag. Not a den mother, at least.
But sometimes it's not whether we're equipped or not, but it's whether we're willing to take up and try to save somebody.
Walking into certain death is not something I'm gonna do.
If we die trying to help, no one gets helped.
But then no one tried in the first place.
We could definitely get away and not die.
Listen, Milfany, that was her name,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Milfany? Yeah. Milfliny? That was her name?
Melty?
Of who?
The
The
dwarf.
dwarf?
Oh, the dwarf?
The dwarf is
Yeah,
Burger
Malfney. Hammer strike.
Malfany.
Mm-hmm.
Malfney.
Let's talk
Hammer
to the
striker.
dwarf. Let's get information. But I have no intention of
Listen,
chasing the witch right away.
Malfany and her brother, they were hunting this hag.
Yeah.
If anybody has knowledge, skill, or ability, or plan, it's gonna be her. At the very least, we'll hear her out.
Yeah, I agree.
And maybe she'll be able to validate my suspicion, which is more of a hunch than anything. It's just an idea that the hag mother feeds off negative energy and everything, and twists it and turns it.
This
And-
valley's full of it.
And what do we have?
And information is always good.
And a ranger with years of experience and a severe hatred for humans after apparently his sister died because of a human.
I think you're forgetting about the undead
I can
In that tower, right?
and the evil tower.
I can jump to a lot of conclusions today.
And hey, just a general geology,
Mhm.
the whole map. Are those marshes near that location? the undead?
Okay.
No, you can see the Tower of Night from where you're standing in the woods nearby.
Yeah.
It's only about maybe like 10 miles away in the woods or so, maybe 15.
But the other locations. through the
Yeah.
gates.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
Hoping that she
So
was-
Lake Hesta is straight east from Greencrest in the near the ruins of Warren, and the opposite side of that lake is basically where the Trollclaw Mires begin. And then they stretch out to the Brown Bear Hills and Citadel and Garth.
Well, if anything, I would feel happier getting information from the dwarf. If anything, information is key. Maybe this will fit the puzzle pieces of everything that's going on in this small little town.
If we hurry, maybe we can catch her.
Let's head off and ask her.
Well,
Very well then. I gave you your payment. I wait on word about the Greyjacks and what's going on there.
Remember
take
that favor.
Quick question before we run off. Would you be able to get us a discount on armor if we were to pursue it from a blacksmith?
No, I couldn't force anything like that.
Absolutely.
Vanna's a personal friend of ours, and I've known her for a few years, so I was able to push that. in there and make an arrangement, whereas you guys can purchase her wares at a discounted price from time to time.
Absolutely.
But aside from that, I can't force any other small business to put you up or take care of you in any way. Although, if you complete these tasks, you may want to speak to the mayor later about staying at his estate. He has the room and the ability to put you up and take care of that. He, as a matter of fact, could write a writ and give notice. But I can't possibly do that.
Absolutely. What do you think here?
Alright. So, plan.
Let's go find an angry dwarf.
Talk to the dwarf.
Yep.
The mire that she was hunting through is in the same direction as those greyjacks. Let's go slaughter some bandits. And if we're feeling up to it, maybe a witch hunt.
That's the spirit, Riken. That's the spirit.
I do love a good bandit slaughter.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm on board for the bandit slaughter. Witches, ugh.
Oh no, yeah, the witch is it's a strong 50-50, but you know,
Let's talk to the dwarf.
yeah, dwarf might be able to tip the scale, as it were.
No? So you guys gonna go find her?
Yep.
Yeah, then we'll find her.
If I have to, I'll use my feline agility.
So you, no problem. So as you go outside, you see there's this guy outside on the ground, and he's like picking up this bushel of apples or whatever, and he's fucking cussing about some fucking dwarf knocking his fucking shit out of his hand or whatever.
Well, I help him.
Yeah.
I want to.
So as you bend down to like pick him up or whatever, he's like, oh, thanks, fucking damn dwarf, in their fucking fit of rage just knocked this shit straight out of my hand.
I'm like, fucking
And he's not frightened by the dragon just standing over him.
Big claws reaching. I would assume big claws reaching
Yeah.
down because I'm a big dragon.
Yeah, you're a big
The
dragon.
biggest dragon.
Like, either way, I don't know, she fucking wandered off down the street over there, cussing out loud about the guard and the captain and the town and the people and calling us all
Fuck him.
idiots.
As we walk by, I'm assuming we're following his guidance.
Yeah.
As we walk by, I shove him.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Shove it
Fuck
at.
this guy.
Yo, he's not a small person.
Yeah.
Push.
Oh yeah, I shove. I just shove.
Good. You pick on the big people, I pick on the little.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how teams
No,
work.
the little people pick on you.
Yeah, it's true. I
So you guys follow this trail of people who've been like pushed or wronged in some fashion by this dwarfish. She's made her way down the street. You finally end up outside of a Vanna's shop, and you see the dwarf. Like you just catch the tail end of her going inside.
Ooh.
I open the door and be like,
You'd be like,
slide it.
I'll be like,
Melfty! We need to speak with you.
So she turns and very suddenly, after hearing her name, she's like, "Who the fuck are you?"
I like her.
My name's Luminous Tear. I'm here to gather information about your missing brother. As I get my notepad out and notes.
Oh, so someone's interested finally, eh?
Yeah. We
Oh, it's
are all
about time.
interested, actually. We,
as you see the troop come through the doorway. Big ass orc, little dude. Another little dude. Another little dude.
I'm
They
actually
just grab him.
How tall are you?
I'm big. I'm a big motherfucker.
Well, if y'all are interested, then we can sit down and we can discuss it with you then. I'm going to tell you right now that the captain has his head so far up his ass that he wouldn't know what daylight looked like. Okay?
I don't think anyone would
Me
know
and my
how
brother have
daylight
been
looks
tracking this hag most of our lives since we were kidnapped by her when we were wee little lads. I'll tell you this. She has the ability, if she's doing what we think she's doing, to completely undermine the rule in the entire region and wreak nothing but straight mayhem and havoc. She must be dealt with.
How far is?
And that's where we're on until next Friday.
Oh no!
What the fuck?
Is I have something to talk to you about.
Go
Put a
away.
pin in that. Put a pin in that.
Put a pin in it.
Yeah.
So till next Friday,
Hags and twags.
the Ballad of the Hammer Strikers.
The Ballad of the Hammer Strikers.
Talladega Nights, the ballad.
Anyway. But yeah, so we should probably do our little sign-offs. Thank you for everyone who tuned in.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you for putting up with our system crash. We're still building and adding stuff to the whole programming. So everyone who's following right now will
Right
get
now.
on either account will get extra coins. What do you say, like 100?
100, sure, 100.
100, because that gives them
coins?
10 adventures, because everyone seems to be throwing their coins at this
Yeah,
dungeon
yeah.
rates, man.
Yeah.
100 coins, and again, those can be used for giveaways that are coming up in the near
Scripted some
future.
Oracle dungeon.
Yeah, thank you for everyone on Twitch who started following us. We've gotten a pretty good reception there. Thank you to the Bearded family and to all the guys there on Mixer. If you're interested in interactives, remember what we were saying. Mixer supports it. Unfortunately, Twitch doesn't. So if you're interested, go over, check it out, and then you can start gaining sparks for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The adventures. The game is finally getting interesting. It's starting to pick up, and the players are starting to get in the thick of it. So they're gonna want your potions and your spell scrolls and the things you're gonna buy.
Yes,
And boons and
So,
not complications.
You know, go watch other Bearded Family streamers. Just throw on the stream in a tab or something when you're just sitting there doing nothing, and pick up like Insanity Central or Exodus and just watch them.
So start breaking in those sparks.
Yeah, bringing in those sparks.
Yeah.
And we're still waiting for people to start asking for merch. I've had a couple people already. The more people ask, the more we're likely to do it.
Oh, and thanks for everyone who came over from OG Scotsman and his Discord.
And
At
everyone-
first we were a little confused. We're like, wait, it doesn't look like any of these people follow you. But apparently a lot of you guys share a Discord with him and a bunch of other creators. So we really want to thank you for your support.
Yeah, thank you.
And then we're gonna be working on improving our interaction with you guys in a number of different ways.
You ladies and gents.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
ladies and gents.
And yes.
Ladies and gents and others.
And all those in between.
Yeah.
I would like to do a personal shout out to a buddy of mine named Steven, or Xnoff, for hosting our channel with a couple views and getting a bunch of his followers over too, because I saw him do that earlier tonight, so I do appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, man. We
Thank
appreciate it.
Yeah.
We appreciate any host or anybody you have channels and you host
Rick
us and you like what we're
Exodus.
doing. Anybody, yeah.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. We really want to, especially on Mixer, we really want to grow this community. And if you can spread the word and tell people like, hey, man, there's D&D on Mixer now and it's on Fridays and we can go watch it. Like, yeah, just spread the word, because unfortunately a lot of people on Mixer don't know to come look for it right now. And
barren.
and, yeah, it's barren, and I understand why. But if you just share, go share with other Bearded family members, streams or whatever, and just spread the word that D&D is on Mixer now. And I think there's a couple of other streams as well during the week. But our hope is to just grow with the platform and build a community of people who like Dungeons and Dragons and have fun together and use the interactive buttons.
Yeah, we're gonna be